What's that? Yeah, I'm working now. So, welcome to Michigan Tech, NIC champions 1959, 1963, 1965, 1969, 1970, 1972, 1974. Hockey national championships a few more times than that. I'm getting returning to hear myself, so that's a good thing. We're going to want to switch that. It's not UMN, it's NMU is their three-letter abbreviation.
issue. Barely made it.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
There's password for Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Running backs in the open.
Sounds good to me.
Hotel wasn't bad.
Actually flew up here.
Oh, really?
I flew to Chicago and drove home.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I got in and I scrambled to get here. I had to literally, when I said that, Jeff, you might have to, came close. We had to.
Where are you out?
Some dinner or something afterwards.
Okay. But are you driving back?
Got to drive back to Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be on that early flight tomorrow morning.
That's what I'm doing. I have an early flight. Make a long story short, I set this trip thinking it would be my normal Sunday routine. President, or the news director at Channel 5 said, Richard, brought me in on Thursday. He goes, I need to have you do my show on Monday nights, the locker room, and Dane and Hughes is going to take your show on Sundays.
Okay.
I was like, well, is this a promotion, demotion? Am I being fired? No. Anyways, that was that, so I had to change. And then literally when we got done the conference call, I was traveling to another spot to take care of a situation. So
Okay.
and I got back and so I don't really even need to go back because I'm not going to be doing Sunday mornings anymore now.
Okay.
I don't have to bust my ass.
Similar show on Mondays?
Yeah, it's called the Locker Room Show. They just want to do chief breakdowns because they said in the morning on Sundays it's just too much news people.
Okay.
You know, so much these they're like picking the game, parking lots. So it's a joke. It's really become more of a clown show now. So I guess the issue I have, I guess Channel 5 losing the Chiefs has got to make up all this revenue. They're no longer the home of the Chiefs. Yeah, so that's going to 41. So they've got to find ways of cutting programming and then coming in stuff for us. So that's where we're at now. And that's a joke. So that's why they got to make this locker. They actually want to make the locker room show an hour. It's a half hour now. They want to go an hour and do it every night because they've got to get advertisers to make up the loss. You know, they screwed around with this forever, and look what happened. Now they lose it, and now they don't know what to do. So they got their news people on Sunday mornings to try to keep that alive, but that will just die. I think that will just make it worse. Tell you the truth, buddy. So here I am. I made it.
You made it.
I apologize, but sometimes when Uncle Sam has an issue with you, you have no choice. You know what I mean?
Have you ever been to this airport here?
No. No puddle jumper.
So small. I mean, it makes
I've been here many times. I've delivered the Coast Guard vessels.
Okay.
So I know this area. The UP, this is beautiful country.
It is,
You know, this is an outdoor paradise right here. Mining capital. What used to be the mining capital here, up here? Copper.
Yeah.
Purest form of copper was up here. But they're starting actually to reclaim a lot of the stuff that wasn't usable with advanced technologies now that they didn't have 20, 30 years ago.
I got enough smart kids over here.
Oh my God, you see some of those degrees?
All of them. They're almost all engineers.
What am I doing here? It's okay. All right, Tony, we're ready to roll, buddy. Let's go. I brought this up because I wasn't sure where we were going to be. If we're going to be outside, inside. They redid all this. I don't know if I can deal with this like this.
I don't know what Jeff would say.
I better take it off.
At least, yeah, I'll
take it off this week. We were outside. I was going to have a stocking hat and gloves.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't know what was going to be up here. I knew it was going to rain tonight, but I knew it was going to rain here earlier today.
Snow.
Yeah. I tell you what, if we were up here in about another 2 weeks, we might get some snow. How much time we have till we go here? Couple minutes. 10 minutes.
There he is.
Hey, how
Well,
you
Dave
doing?
Ellis.
Hey, how you
Pleasure
doing?
to meet
Good seeing you too.
Sorry I was hopping in on you on the calls. And
Oh no, thank you, fantastic and everything.
brought you a present there too in the bag. That is a locally made, top of the line corn pasty.
Okay, but I will go ahead and have one.
Good. Good.
Thank you. Ready to go for a great game here.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Got a halftime interview lined up too, so we can
Okay,
get
good.
your time off.
Sounds good. Who you got?
Ted Curley, the guy that stayed.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
We just found him over there. So.
Good. How's everything else going? Got a good crowd today. Looks like
I think it will be again. Colors really popped the last 3 days up
Yeah.
here. They exploded for you.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful. I tell people they're like, where are you going? And I'm like, you just need to make a travel. Okay, terrific.
Timed it perfect.
Yep, see, I couldn't get 2 weeks from now. You might come up on our snowmobile. I come up on the snowmobile. I tell you, last week when we were in Minnesota, we were down in Mankato State,
Yeah.
and the way it was blowing, I'm sitting there going, there I am, a kid again in Minnesota, and here comes the first blizzard coming through on us. So I show up with just a short sleeve shirt, and that was it.
Tougher than most.
Can I sneak in here?
Of course you can.
Good, how you doing today, sir? I'm right on time.
Nope. Not bad.
So it sounds like I'm not gonna have to talk back.
I have to keep this on. I can't talk back either. I have to keep this on tonight. So I have it off now because it's not this much hearing, but so I'll just have to keep flipping it on and off when it's okay. Make it work.
Excellent. We're gonna find the mascot, so I got somebody to hold the trophy for.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Miners hat going today.
There you go. That's it. It's been here so long they put the stickers on it.
That's actually what they wore, about 100 years ago in the mine?
Probably more like 50.
I wonder if that would fit my head. Probably not.
I don't think you want to try it.
No, I don't think you could carry
Okay.
Hello, Jeff. How are you today, sir? I am here, buddy. I'm ready to go. I better parse my words next time when I say, Jeff, do you think you can beat it?
If you should happen to lose something during today's game, Lost and Found is located at the SBC ticket office. Members of ATO are serving as your ticket takers today, and they're standing by to assist. Make sure to visit our concession stands for some great options, including Walworth, ABC brats, hot dogs, Polish sausage,
Yep. Yeah, I'll let you handle
and
it.
a fan favorite, nachos with cheese. They're also selling home brewed Keweenaw coffee. Fans, don't forget to get your 50/50
Got it.
tickets.
There we go.
I was sitting on it. That's what the deal was. Okay. Got it. Here we go.
Good. I do have enough. I want to make sure that sometimes these things, once the game starts, these webs are so slow, you know?
Yeah, I think theirs is all right. They got a password at least. That
Yeah.
should help us out.
Well, with these engineers up here, you've got to believe that they've got some system working.
We would like to welcome members of the 1989
So you're going to do Morano?
I think it's Tyshawn King and Jared Smith.
Jared Smith, okay. Okay.
Okay.
I thought we were going to do all the backs and everything because he told me that Morano was going to be playing a big part. He's coming back, huh? After 2 weeks off?
That's what they think.
say.
And that's why I'm going to word it. I'm going to say they're hoping they get this guy back. Yeah, so Smith and Tyshawn
When did he
King.
go out in the McKendree game? Did he go out like early in the game?
not sure.
Because he only ended up with he was 172 to start off. I didn't know if he went out early in that
It was the
one.
second game.
Second game,
I believe
against
so.
McKendree, yeah, and I wasn't sure.
Because
If
he had
that
43 carries total, and I know he had the big first game.
Yeah.
So it was the second game or early third. I'm not.
Was, now, what did Coach say? He said that Tyshawn was 230 pounds.
That's what he said, but he's listed 205.
Man, that's what I was going to ask. Like
That's a
230?
big jump
Yeah,
for
I
weighing
know,
him in at
yeah.
fall camp at 205.
Yep. Write some notes down. Okay.
Central Missouri Northwest end of the year. I'm hoping
Yep.
that's our one. I'm
Yeah, I'm
hoping
hoping-
that's it.
Yeah, I Shanky, I put an email out to him about it. Or down there in the south with Valdosta, that Florida Tech's coming on really good. That might not be a bad place.
I'd go to Florida.
Tampa.
25-minute halftime.
You'll be working, young man.
Oh yeah, you said that. That's great. I've got 5 or 6, 7 questions for the president, for the AD, just to see how it goes.
Chucky, to do the halftime show here, there has to be a certain GPA.
Yeah.
I might be down selling hot dogs.
I'm gonna be with you then.
I wonder if the people who work here are all like that. You know, GPA, I guess you have to even work here at the people. It's amazing, some of those things. What was a biomedical
Biomechanical engineering, all kinds of stuff.
You're like,
I saw like
okay.
8 or 9 different ones that I'd never.
This guy had 123 touchdowns in high school, Jared Smith. Did you know that? Over 8,000 rushing yards in high school.
Touchdown the Huskies scored today. You'll get 10% off your order at Domino's for the rest of the day. Up to a maximum of 50%.
Who's the guy? How do you say his name? The back that was #1 last year. Mayon,
yeah.
Yeah, and they lost, and they've never been the same this year without him toting the rock.
That's his brother that's hurt on the defensive side.
Yep.
Jake Mayon.
Jake Mayon.
All-time leader. All-time rusher.
Man, it's cold. For every touchdown the Huskies scored, up to 5 touchdowns.
Take advantage this Monday at University Images or the campus bookstore. Fans, be sure to pick up your copy of today's souvenir program, complete with rosters and game notes. Cost is just $1. Be sure to get yours today from U Beta Psi representative.
How do you say Cox's first name? Tawan for Northern Michigan. Punt returner guy.
Taekwon Cox.
Taekwon. Okay, it is Taekwon. Okay.
Thanks also to Coca-Cola.
Yeah, there's a couple odd ones in there.
We'll get him. I'll put my finger down on the ones if I have to say it during the game.
Hopefully I'll have them for you. Hopefully I'll have them for you. Beeler. Emmett Beeler.
Yeah. Emmett Beeler.
Morano. Ager, I think, is out.
Tyshawn King.
That person will have 3 minutes to get to the press box and claim their prize. If the prize isn't claimed,
Mequan Hudson.
cash rolls over to the next game, becoming an even bigger cash prize. It's that
I
easy.
suppose we're going to do this.
Yeah, Sebastian Tolan was supposed to be one of those backs. Carwell was supposed to be one of the backs.
Yep.
And we always ask every time, who's a young guy that stepped up? Well, this guy King's perfect. I'm a
Yeah.
freshman. He
No,
wasn't
he
even
is.
supposed to be there.
From the world famous Michigan Tech Pep Band.
What is that?
There's napkins over on that ledge. Okay. Yep. I gotta stop looking at those lights.
Let's go for it. Old man, bad hair. Offensive line, but the only guy with still hair left on my head from the O-line.
Welcome, everyone, to our NCAA Division II Showcase. This week's matchup brings us to beautiful Houghton, Michigan, where we find Michigan Tech University nestled between the trees just miles from Lake Superior. It's the Huskies hosting Northern Michigan. Well, welcome in the booth here at Curley Stadium alongside Richard Baldinger. I'm Chucky Kemp. The Miners Cup is on the line today, Baldy. A couple teams who are looking for a key win here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, both these teams feel like they fell down the mine shaft, and they're trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully it's not a freight train coming at you. But you know what? Throw aside the records. When you see the crowd and the emotion walking up here today, you know we're going to have a great battle.
Well, both of these two teams are going to hope to get the ground game established for Northern Michigan. It starts with a freshman running back, Tyshawn King.
Yeah, Tyshawn King. We always ask the coaches every week, who's the one guy that stood out for you, a young freshman player that you didn't know about? Well, Tyshawn King's the guy. The injuries that they've had over there at Northern Michigan. But when you watch Tyshawn King over 300 yards and rushing, this is a guy who can go inside, outside. He's got the springs in his shoes. He can bounce. He's got some energy. You got to get him going. You got to get him also the ball out of the backfield.
For Michigan Tech, coming off a bye week, they're hoping to have their young running back back in the mix, and that's Jared Smith.
Jared Smith. I mean, you just go back what he did in high school, over 8,000 yards rushing, over 120 touchdowns. This is a guy who can start inside in an inside zone, but if he's got to bounce to the perimeter, he's got the wheels to get it done.
I'll tell you what, it is beautiful up here in the Upper Peninsula in Houghton, Michigan. We've even got snow coming down just a few minutes from Lake Superior. Welcome everyone to our NCAA Division II Showcase. This week's matchup brings us to beautiful Houghton, Michigan, where we find Michigan Tech University nestled between the trees just miles from Lake Superior. It's the Huskies hosting Northern Michigan. Welcome into the booth here at Curley Stadium alongside Richard Baldinger. I'm Chucky Kempf. We've got a good one today. The Miners Cup is on the line, and a couple teams looking for a big win here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, they are right now. For both teams, it's been a struggle on both sides of the ball, defensive, offensively. So they need to get things going, especially for Northern Michigan here. Offensively, the turnover's been a problem. But you know what? When you're in a game like this with the emotion and the passion that we feel walking up here today, you know you're going to have a great game.
Both of these teams going to want to get it going on the ground for Northern Michigan. It lays with a freshman, Tyshawn King.
Yeah, it's amazing. We always ask the coaches every week, what's the young player that's stepped up and has done some great things? Well, Tyshawn King here, as you see, he's the only guy with a rushing touchdown. I tell you what, he has got a burst. But I also want to see him catch the ball out of the backfield. He can do a lot of good things. He has to become a focal point today of your offense.
On the other side, Michigan Tech, they're coming off a bye week. They're hoping to have their young running back in the mix. That's Jared Smith.
Yeah, he went out the middle of the second game and has missed some time and everything, but a tremendous career in high school, over 120 touchdowns, 8,000 rushing yards. The thing I like about him, though, is he's a complete running back. Inside zone, if you got stopped that, he can get to the perimeter, so he offers you so many good things. You are right. We are going to see some smash-mouth football today.
Good old-fashioned rivalry here in Houghton, Michigan. Just a couple miles away from Lake Superior, Northern Michigan at Michigan Tech. Miles away from Lake Superior, Northern Michigan. Welcome everyone to our Welcome everyone to our NCAA Division II Showcase. This week's matchup brings us to beautiful Houghton, Michigan, where we find Michigan Tech University nestled between the trees just miles from Lake Superior. It's the Huskies hosting Northern Michigan. Welcome into the booth here at Curley Stadium alongside Richard Baldinger. I'm Chucky Kempf. We've got a good one today. The Miners Cup is on the line, and a couple teams looking for a big win here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, they are right now. For both teams, it's been a struggle on both sides of the ball, defensive, offensively. So they need to get things going, especially for Northern Michigan here. Offensively, the turnover's been a problem. But you know what? When you're in a game like this with the emotion and the passion that we feel walking up here today, you know you're going to have a great game.
Both of these teams going to want to get it going on the ground for Northern Michigan. It lays with a freshman, Tyshawn King.
Yeah, it's amazing. We always ask the coaches every week, what's the young player that's stepped up and has done some great things? Missouri. Well, Tyshawn King here, as you see, he's the only guy with a rushing touchdown. I tell you what, he has got a burst. But I also want to see him catch the ball out of the backfield. He can do a lot of good things. He has to become a focal point today of your offense.
On the other side, Michigan Tech, they're coming off a bye week. They're hoping to have their young running back in the mix. That's Jared Smith.
Yeah, he went out the middle of the second game and has missed some time and everything, but a tremendous career in high school, over 120 touchdowns, 8,000 rushing yards. The thing I like about him, though, is he's a complete running back. Inside zone, if you got stopped that, he can get to the perimeter, so he offers you so many good things. You are right. We are going to see some smash-mouth football today.
Good old-fashioned rivalry here in Houghton, Michigan. Just a couple miles away from Lake Superior, Northern Michigan, at Michigan Tech.
It was the glue that kept my family together, I feel like. I don't know what it was that drew me in, but after I started playing for a while and started seeing some early success as a little kid, to see how much it meant to my parents to see me play the game and try to make a difference was really what fueled me to keep playing and stay competitive. Being a triple major is not necessarily easy, but at the same time it is what you make it. Being a tighter-knit university, I have a lot of classes with the same professors, so they know me pretty well. I think it's that personal relationship that really helped me to thrive as a student, and knowing that they'll be there and they're there to help you be successful has been extremely crucial. I think from a young age too, just seeing my parents be so generous with their time really made me want to give and be generous with my time as well. It's really important for me to give back, especially since when we play games, those are the individuals that are in the stands cheering for us, so I just like to give back the best way I can. I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players, a lot of great athletes, a lot of great students, and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field. To be thrown into the starting role right away was something new to me, but it was exciting and it was a good challenge, and I was able to set that single season home run record and then the RBI record as well. Something about Minot State felt right to me, so the rest played out beautifully, I feel.
Huskies fans, put your hands together.
Back in Houghton, Michigan, Northern Michigan and Michigan Tech, the Miners Cup on the line. This telecast is presented by the NCAA Division II President's Council. Welcome to NCAA Division II, where the pursuit of excellence is yours to create. In Division II, student athletes excel academically, athletically, and in the community for life after graduation. The opportunities are endless. Make it yours. Let's head down to the field. Our first talk with Dave Ellis. Thank you, Dave. Northern Michigan receiving the kickoff to start things off as they look to get going against Michigan Tech. This Northern Michigan offense looking to find themselves a little bit, averaging 17 points per game.
And it's been a struggle for them. As we talked about in the stand-up, from turnovers to giving up explosive plays, not being able to establish a run game, some injuries. Got to put something together today. Start somewhere.
Now this is on the way to an electric return man. Tyquan Cox from inside the 5. Here he goes up the hole. Oh, he almost had space. That was a huge tackle from behind right there. Michael Munderloh makes the stop, a freshman from St. Louis, Michigan. And that might have been 6 on the board if Cox would have got through that. So here we go. The first time we will see the offense for Northern Michigan today. Led by Ryan Johnson, a redshirt sophomore from Wisconsin, 825 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They said he can make the throws, just still looking for him to get settled in this offense.
Yeah, came back from injury. You know, started as a freshman and then came back as an injury and then trying to get to that comfort level.
Gonna put it on the ground to start things
There it
off,
goes.
and there's that shiftiness you talked about. Tyshawn King, the freshman from Kankakee, Illinois.
Don't we see that in all the good running backs at any level? You've got to be able to bounce in that hole. You got to have that vision. He did there. I thought maybe he might stay north and south. When he cut a little bit, he eliminated the play. But you're going against a defense where you have to stay ahead of the chains today, because why? The Engineers on the other side have manufactured 20 sacks so far this year.
King is thrust into the limelight because of the injury to DeAndre Caldwell, the junior. We have movement in our first flag on the field. I'll tell you something else that I've noticed the last few years. We see Le'Veon Bell in the NFL, how patient of a runner he is.
Yeah.
I think we see more of that at the college level now, and I don't know if that's a product of watching a guy like that or what it is, but we see a lot of good running backs
Number 95, 5-yard penalty, second down.
who are really patient runners, and again, Tyshawn King seems to be one of those guys.
Oh, yeah, and again, it's because there's so much misdirections and flow in the backfields, people pulling. So you kind of want these blocks to develop. It takes a little bit of time, and he had the vision to let those things take place. Then you can find your crease.
Second and short, handoff to King again.
Yeah,
He's got a first down, takes a big-time hit up the middle. Braxton Blackwell laid a pretty good plunk on him, but he's got a first down to the 38-yard line.
And Coach listed him at 230 pounds, and I might have to believe Coach, or that might be the sweats that Tyshawn's wearing underneath those pads, but he is a bulky individual. I looked at him in warm-ups, was down there on the field, and I'll tell you what, he has got some power.
He's originally listed at 205 on their roster, but Coach was saying 230.
He's hanging out with the O-line.
That's absolutely
Run
right.
blitz.
Toss outside, Sebastian Toland. Pretty good pursuit over there as he gets just past the line of scrimmage. This is a Michigan Tech defense who's been pretty solid, 19 points per game. That's fifth in the GLIAC. Second in yards allowed at just 270.
Yeah, but the issue for this team and their two losses, started off 2-0, now stand at 2-2. Of course, they had the bye week. It's been the fourth quarter. Both games giving up over 14 points. It's been the difference in losing these games. So can they continue that strong presence of the field for 4 quarters?
Last two for Michigan Tech against Saginaw Valley State and Grand Valley
Nice
State.
blitz,
There
run
it is.
blitz.
Another sack for the nation-leading defense. As they get to the quarterback, Marshall Ryan got there, the senior from Linden, Michigan.
Yeah, take a look at it. Great job on this one. Defensive line makes a slant. It opens up a nice lane for the Sam linebacker, Marshall Ryan, who finds a crease. And the one thing you'll know about these linebackers here of Michigan Tech, they understand when to blitz how to avoid traffic. Find a crease, get there, and as they said, 20 sacks coming into this game this year, leads the nation.
They want to get teams in these sort of situations. That's what Coach said is the key. Get them behind the sticks, and then they can really bring the heat. Nothing doing there on the ground. Couple different tacklers in on that one. And
I always say, Chuck, when you get it, we always talk about it week in and week out. I think early in the game you start that short passing game. Roll the pocket a little bit. Just get some completions. Keep moving so you don't get in the third and long situations. You do not want to back up, try to protect against this defense of Michigan Tech.
end-over-end punt near the 40-yard line. That's where it's fielded. Dropped, and Northern Michigan has it. A turnover early on, and great field position for this offense to take back over.
You know, and I guess if you ask one of the keys, both coaches said it was going to be turnovers day because these are two of the top teams here in special teams. Take a look at it. Just a muff punt. It just came right off the fingertips.
That's Jacob Wenslick, a very
sure-handed,
seasoned, yes, absolutely, return man. It's recovered by James Brown, a senior. The referee's talking, the flag near where the ball was recovered.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what he has done in terms of return yards since he's been here on both kickoff return and punt return. You wouldn't expect that.
Kick catch interference.
Oh.
Kicking team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Well, I'd like to get an explanation on that. I thought Jacob Wenslick had a chance to recover the ball. Let's take a look at it. Was he interfered after the ball hit his hand?
It's hard to tell. I mean, do they have that room once it's touched? Do they have the room to gather the bobble? That's my only question. But even then, I'm not 100% sure. So either way, big break here.
Yeah, it is a big break there. You were thinking, and this is one of the keys I thought was going to be in the game, was just turnovers, but also special teams to shorten the field, especially for Northern Michigan, because your offense has struggled so much in terms of passing and running, putting together, a long drive. So
here's Will Ark onto the field for the first time for Michigan Tech. The Huskies looking to get on the board early.
We have a little pistol formation.
Ark wants to throw it, steps right forward, fires one for about 6 yards over to Ben Hartley.
And the one thing for Michigan Tech, you're going to see a lot as what they call eye candy. A lot of shifts, motions, personnels. So you've got to make sure you stay with your responsibility. They're going to design something, try to put you in a bad situation.
Jacob Wenslick here on the near side, the lone receiver. Again, couple motions before the snap here. They'll hand it off up the middle. And I think they've got a first down on the ground with Jared Smith. Love to see him back in the mix. Sophomore from Westphalia, Michigan.
He got behind his center that time, Jeff Ford, number 66. He looked like a Ford Mack truck that time, finishing his block, and nice cut to the backside, and first down on the play.
Couple sophomores, couple seniors, and a junior on that offensive line.
See if they stack the box. So it looks like we got some 8 people up in the box against this running attack.
Another handoff, and they're on it quickly. They get about 3 yards on the play. John McMullen in there on the tackle.
Yeah, number 5 on that one, 5'11", 225. Got back there pretty quick. Kind of destroyed the timing of that play.
Second and 7. Ark play action pass, has a man down the middle of the field. Got him, touchdown! Jacob Wenslick. Second touchdown grab of the season for him. That's Ark's 4th.
Jacob Wenslick, he runs the skinny post on this one, and I'll tell you what, he got a great release off the line of scrimmage. There's the play action fake. Linebacker stepped up, so there was nobody right in that throwing lane that time. Strong safety that time, Howard. It looked like he bit a little bit on that run fake, gave a nice clear lane for quarterback to make the throw.
Evan Gornick on for the PAT. It is good, 7-0, big start for Michigan Tech. Might have dodged a bullet there on the punt, but they end up in great field position, and they're on the board, Baldy.
Yeah, they took the ball right down the field, took care of a turnover, and this is what you want to see immediately. Points on the board. You want to get that lead. Now you can play aggressive.
What will the future bring? Up here, we ask a different question. What does tomorrow need? At Michigan Technological University, we design, invent, code, and create. Where humanity intersects technology, where passion aligns with purpose, you'll find us with our sleeves rolled up and grit under our fingernails. We know the future will need answers, and the future starts now. Tomorrow needs you.
unmatched passion, unrelenting power. This trophy is not given, it must be earned. The NCAA Division II Football Championship. December 21st at McKinney ISD Stadium in McKinney, Texas.
Has a man. Touchdown. Unbelievable catch.
Visit ncaa.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
7-0 start for Michigan Tech over Northern Michigan. Let's go back to the field. Dave Ellis.
Hey guys, so yeah, this is what they're playing for. Found in an antique shop here in downtown Houghton in the year 2002. The Huskies have won 9 straight Miners Cups, and they've got their stickers on it. They've had this thing in town for so long. One more time, Northern Michigan's movie for this one would be 10 Things I Hate About You. They want to win this thing back. They've only won it 3 times since the Cup was instituted. Northern would love to get their 4th today.
Thank you, Dave, and he brought the trophy up to us. That's really unique. That is a cool trophy.
But that, I'll tell you what, that helmet's not going to fit this bucket of mine. I know that. I don't know if I would have got down the mine shaft.
They'd have to get a custom one made for you. Back into the end zone for a touchback, and Northern Michigan takes over right there. Well, the key, I got to think, you just cannot get behind the sticks because they're going to bring the heat after you get
Yeah, they're going to bring all different types of blitzes. Those linebackers get involved. I'm not really sure of the call on the field with the muff punt, that the return man still has protection once the ball has been lost. But we'll, somewhere along the line, we'll find out the ruling for the fans here. And that's the question mark. But again, this is an offense, Michigan Tech. You can see how Ark has improved so much at the quarterback position.
Ryan Johnson looking for an answer with Tyshawn King in the backfield. See if they go right back to the ground. 1st and 10 from the 25. It's a toss play for King, and they are all over it.
Yeah, initial penetration that time. They won over on that left side. Nice job in the defensive line that allowed linebackers to flow much easier. As that, I think that was King over on that side, 91. We got the initial push.
You'll see a lot of different guys on this defensive front for Michigan Tech. He
rotate.
said we'll go 6 to 8 deep pretty consistently.
You're right on that one. I think there's also Pelton over there too.
Handoff, King looking for space again, back to the 25 and just beyond that, so gets them to a 3rd and 8 situation.
Yeah, they got it right guard right now. They got number 70 playing Kruppa. He's a pretty good player over there for Northern Michigan. Nice job of finishing. But, yeah, you just can't have negative plays against this team, Michigan Tech. Now you're in 3rd and long. How about a little screen pass? Because the way this defense comes at you, screen pass or anything, delay maybe a little shovel pass, draw, something. He's cover 2. These safeties are deep. Get to the 2nd level, a lot of field.
Here comes the heat off the edge, throwing it down the middle. Nice throw and catch right there. Ben Lutsis on the catch, sophomore from Aurora. He's the leading receiver as a freshman last season.
Yeah, take a look at quarterback on this one. He feels the blitz coming to his right side, still able to make the throw. Finds Lutsis there, just running on a little stop pattern. Nice job of quarterback delivering the ball. That's Ryan Johnson. And again, we talked about him, came in his freshman year, did well. Then last year was injured right in the first game of the season. Now he's back to starting. Nice foul. Whoa.
Here goes King, stiff arm, and down past the 40. That's a powerful run from Tyshawn King.
Yeah, I think here's Kruppa, number 70. Watch the big man get out in the kick-out block. Nice job by Tyshawn. And then how about that little stiff arm? Man, he'd be in the ring with George Foreman with that one, huh? Good job of following the pulling guard. Let him get kicked out, then getting on the inside shoulder, then get going north and south.
First and 10, 37-yard line.
Yeah, here comes up safeties on this one, trying to bring safeties up to contain on that perimeter.
Pitching it outside. King gets a break on this one. Sebastian Toland on the run back to the line of scrimmage.
You know what? I like the way these running backs here from Northern Michigan run. That was a nice job by Sebastian Toland. Not much on it, but you know what? You got 2 yards instead of a loss. That time Michigan Tech had safety up, protect against the perimeter, set the edge. Running back reads it. Just go find a lane, make something happen.
2nd and 9, King back in the game. They're going to hand it off to him up the middle, looking for something, but Matthias Hanen got his hands on him quickly, gets 1 yard to the 35.
Yeah, that time folding the guard around again. They feel like right now they're having success against that 4-man front. Trap them because they're so quick up front. You know, we talked about these are going to be 6-7 deep here. And Thompson, you got Hanen, you got LaJoy, you got Pelton, Kinney, a lot of guys up front. Very active, very quick, get up the field. So, you know, sometimes use that quickness against them.
How tough is it as an offensive lineman? We've seen them line up with 2 down linemen, 3 down linemen. How much do you have to communicate on the offensive line in a game like this?
You got to make sure when they go to the odd man front, you got to help out your center and everything. But it's important that you know who your responsibility is. So you got to talk quickly.
Not much pressure on this one. They drop everyone back. The throw goes high, intended for Rayvon Johnson. And that brings up 4th and 8 in a little bit of an odd position here.
And he had Cox wide open on the outside. I think he just missed him. Cox just ran a little hitch route, and he should deliver the ball, take what the defense gives you, and let Cox, who had the 99-yard punt return, I'm getting the ball to my athletes, and in open field, let them do their magic.
John Kusinski punts this one away, looking for the corner. It's a shorter punt, takes a nice hop for Northern Michigan. Down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Nice looking punt right there as they pin Michigan Tech deep in their own territory. 5:59 to play first quarter. It's the Huskies out in front of the Wildcats, 7-0.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service. So is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Back in Houghton, Michigan, Michigan Tech out in front 7-0. Great crowd here in Houghton. It is chilly today. I've got 38 degrees at the moment. We've seen snowflakes in the air. They said it was their first snow of the season. And the Huskies have a 7-0 lead in the ball deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line for Will Ark and company. Handoff up the middle to Jared Smith, and he goes nowhere. Baldy, you've been up here a couple times. It's my first trip, but oh my goodness, this is a beautiful part of the country. If you ever have a chance
just to drive
come this way.
I mean, you know, in doing these games, we really are offered a great opportunity to see so many parts of the country you probably never come to. But up here in the UP this time of year, now, you want to make sure you kind of want to get there about by now. Because in a few weeks from now, I might tell you better bring a four-wheel drive.
Yep. About 205 inches year-round of snow is what they we looked it up last night. That's pretty much what they get per year. Just a few.
Just a few. And the kind of a little geography lesson. You're about 7.5 hours north of Chicago.
Yep.
So that might just kind of describe to you what kind of temperature range you're going to be in. It's a beautiful part of the country, though, right here with Lake Superior, both sides of you here. The fall colors are popping. It's a phenomenal afternoon. And, you know, you hear about all these things in school now with kids and having to get paid money. And you look at these kids, what they do in the field, the academics that are required on both sides here to stay in this game. That's why I love this. This is what it means to be student athlete right here.
There are more engineers on this field
I don't know where we
than
got
Baldy
it.
and I can count to.
We can't get a job selling hot dogs
not
here,
quite.
buddy, with our GPA.
Not quite. Yeah, these kids get it done on and off the field. Coach talked about that in his 9 years.
Yep.
Over half of the football players who leave here have some sort of engineering degree. 2nd and 9. Trips left here for Will Ark.
Out of pistol formation, just rolling his design.
Short pass, nice job, nice to Jacob Wenslick. I'll tell you what, Baldy, this is a team right now who you talked about. They've had their struggles, but they're throwing the short passing game, and you've been looking for this all year long. We've seen some quarterbacks who've struggled, and they keep throwing it down the field. This team's throwing short passes, getting their timing down.
Yeah, it really does. It just kind of gets you in a rhythm. You get the safety, figure out what the safeties are doing. You kind of get a read on what the secondary is and how they're playing. You know, no matter how much you practice and the coach tells you, follow the card, when you get on the field, guess what, coach? They're not doing what you told me to get on the card. So just gets a feel for the game.
1st and 10, 21-yard line. They've got space now. Another quick pass, little bubble screen. A lot of space out there. And has a first down, breaking a couple tackles all the way to the 35-yard line. It's 14. Again, they go to Wenslick.
You know, it's one thing you have to catch the ball, but that just starts it. But watch Wenslick afterwards. Great balance on his part. How about the pad level of finish and the desire to get more yards? You look at just his stats in the return game. I got tired reading him. He's run so far. It's incredible.
He was 4th in the nation in all-purpose yards last season.
What a weapon.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Pistol set. They're going to hand it off this time on 1st and 10. Another broken tackle all the way to the 40 and shoots forward close to the 41. Hard running there from Jared Smith. Not the greatest tackling performance right now from Northern Michigan.
Yeah, Jacob Dudek that time got penetration in the backfield and didn't wrap up. And this is one of the issues for this defense here for Northern Michigan. Last 2 games, they've given up over 350 yards on the ground. You're not controlling the line of scrimmage. Offenses can just kind of sit back and, okay, we'll dictate the flow. Let's see here if the Wildcats can get something done.
2nd and 5 now with the 42 receivers to the near side. It's Hartley and Wenslick.
Yeah, design sprint out again.
Looking for Wenslick. Little post corner at the 40, knocked down at the 36-yard line. They are really moving and grooving right now. 24 yards on the connection.
Yeah, talk about Will Ark's improvement and his confidence in delivering the ball. Great job in design. Sprint out this time. He's got 2 levels to read here. He starts inside. How about when he sets his feet? And then Wenslick on exactly right on the corner that time. Getting some good distance now against that zone defense. Guy in some space, picks up a first down.
4 for 4, 59 yards and a touchdown for Ark. Man in motion. Smith gets the handoff and he's knocked down in the backfield. Great job by John McMullen. Was an undersized guy. They list him as a defensive tackle, but you're talking a kid who's about 220 down there on the D-line, but he's got speed.
Oh, he does have some quickness and violent hands, and that time he put the swim move on so quickly he could have got in and out of your closet before you could blink an eye, and I'll tell you what, they need that type of action up front. They've got to get this offense in 2nd and long and 3rd and long, which it is right now for Michigan Tech.
2nd and 11 now for Ark. Pulls this one out and has a man open. Wenslick again. They only get about 5 this time. Nice job on the tackle by Tavion McCarthy.
Yeah, an open field. And again, that's just an RPO action. All you're doing is just reading on the outside. Instead of the linebacker that time, he's just going to read if he sees help from secondary. Again, it closed off the inside zone play. He pulls it, finds his receiver on the outside for a few yards on that play.
A rare 3rd and I wouldn't even call it long, but medium here. 3rd and 7 for Michigan Tech.
Let's see if they bring some type of blitz here in this 3rd and long situation.
Hartley,
yep,
the receiver on the bottom. Wenslick inside of him.
And there's all the shifts. Looks like they have a timeout here.
Timeout, Michigan Tech. That is their first of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, alignment definitely was a question mark there as coaches calling the timeout from the sidelines. And you got to make sure when you have that many shifts and all that motion, you just have to make sure also too in the secondary, one of the issues that takes place is your spacing. Where's your safety at now? Because now all of a sudden if you're going inside out on a read and they shift somebody further outside the numbers, now you might have that much more distance to cover. So you got to make sure you're moving your alignment so you can stay in position if you have like a dual read or you got to be run support somewhere.
Play action pass has worked really well early on for Michigan Tech.
Again, I like rolling the pocket. I just think it's good. I think, again, you work the perimeter. Now you can run outside. You can throw from the outside. Not the best success running inside so far, but I'm thinking right now, Northern Michigan said, you know what? We're not going to lose with the run game. If you're going to beat us, it's going to be through the ball through the air.
Pretty much everything in the passing game has been through Hartley and Wenslick, which is no surprise, but all of their stuff, all their concepts have been off of those two running routes together. 3rd and 7. Ark looking that way. Under a little pressure now. Ark's in trouble along the sideline. They left him open. They got a man to the 15. It's caught there by Jordan Jansen.
Man, I tell you what, Logan McNone, number 94, should have had a sack on this play. Take a look at center, slide protection, and again, there's right at the end a little bit of grab, but then nice rollout by quarterback to find some time, keep his eyes downfield, and able to pick up a first down on the play.
He was initially looking to the left side of the field, but kept it alive and ended up back there with Jansen along the sideline. 1st and 10 at the 16.
Unbalanced line, trying to run the edge, and
you said it. They're not going to let the run game get anywhere right now.
Nice job flowing into the ball that time. Everyone maintaining. McMullen, number 5, again, is there in the middle of all that trash. And they're saying, you know what, you're going to have to go over the top with the football. You're going to have to roll it out of the pocket. You're going to have to hit some short throws. They got lucky in that touchdown pass. They beat single coverage. So let's see here. Backed up in your own red zone. See if you can come away with anything. 2nd and long here. At least hold them just a field goal.
Big play coming up right here. They split Hartley and Wenslick to each side. Wenslick's on the bottom of your screen. They will hand it off, trying to get outside. Took a couple bodies to get him down, but finally knocked down by Brady Hansen and company.
Yeah, but give credit to the strong safety that time, Howard. He did a nice job of spilling that play. Got up back, offside shoulder in, outside. Now his support can make the tackle.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. Well, it is a tight one here in Houghton, Michigan, as Jared Smith and company will try to punch it in. 3rd and 6 when we come back. 7-0 Michigan Tech leads Northern Michigan. Don't go anywhere. This is a rivalry on a fine Saturday in Houghton, Michigan.
We are Huskies. We have 14 varsity sports and compete in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, the Western Collegiate Hockey Association, and the Central Collegiate Ski Association. We are a top-ranked engineering school, and our student athletes average a 3.3 GPA across all sports. We represent 45 U.S. states and 19 countries across the world. We are Michigan Tech.
baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship, found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
See, they look, they got a little bunch formation to the right. See how it unfolds. Little zone to come up.
Swing pass, and he tripped down and tackled by Antonio Howard, who was there. They actually might have lost a half yard.
Yeah, that was nice on that against that bunch formation to the right side of the offense. Unfolded zone defense that time by Northern Michigan, and they played it well. And then number 2 coming up, Howard, that time. Nice job underneath. He's got the secondary receiver. He picks him up well in the open field. So nice tackling a couple times on that drive by Northern Michigan. The Wildcats.
Evan Gornick on for the field goal. And it splits the uprights. 10-0 start for Michigan Tech.
And that's a win for the defense.
Yep.
You're thinking, down the field on you. You've done pretty good here in a couple of drives and eliminating the run. See, Jared Smith only 18 yards in the first half on 7 carries. So you said, okay, we're going to shut it down. Not going to give you that inside zone. We're not going to give you the perimeter runs to beat us over there. But now it's time for the offense. Last time they drove down the field nicely, got to the red zone. And this has been an issue for them the last couple of weeks for the Wildcats to get down there. Man, it's like Baldy in geometry class. The red marks just start coming out all over the place for these guys. So find a way to be consistent down there and punch it in for a touchdown.
For all the latest news, stats, rankings, and more, visit NCAA.com. NCAA.com, the official online home for all 25 NCAA Division II championships. Said it was a win for the defense, and this is a game where you don't expect it to really get broken open. We expect it to be close, not only just because these two teams very evenly matched, but the last 5 years this game has gone down to the final play, so we expect it to be a grind of a game, and I think they both probably have that mentality. So we see a pooch kick and a fair catch called for. I would assume that would be.
And given good field position here right now. And this is where, for the Wildcats, you've got to take advantage of this right now. Getting the ball on your own 40-yard line, you've gotten a chance now to shorten field. And I always say when you've got teams that are having issues on both sides, it comes down to special teams.
Actually thought they might get a fair catch interference on that one. They'll still take the field position, 1st and 10 at the 41.
On their own 41-yard line.
Big drive here for Northern Michigan. Again, don't think that by any means this decides the game, but they'd like to get on the board at least here, give their defense something to work with. Ryan Johnson
formation, huh?
Hands it off, and it's a good start there on 1st down. They get 4 yards from Tyshawn King.
He flows so well.
He does, yeah.
So many times you hear people talk about it, you just have to turn the film on. You know a guy who just kind of moves and glides. And great pad level on this one out of the I-back formation. An I-back formation following guard this time around. Again, look at the vision, and again, just good quick feet in the hole. Gets up 4 yards on the play.
He is a tough kid. He's going to wear this defense down. Nice
again.
Little cut there. King stays on his feet, trying to bounce it outside. but tackled in the secondary by Kevin Lee.
Number 10 is king of the hill right now, isn't he?
15 yards on that one.
Watch the cut out of the I-back formation, following fullback. Now he just bounces. Nice job on the backside. Big guys up front, cutting off, and there's the vision. Square up to the hole, burst through. First down on the play.
1st and 10.
Woo, they got the machine going, huh?
No kidding. They're going to keep feeding this man. Look at all the down linemen. 5 down linemen here to try and stop King. Still through the hole. He stays on his feet. Close to the 31-yard line. Or excuse me, the 36, I should say.
How about Brandon Lynn, number 26? Dip and explode, and looks like Tyshawn got his ankle rolled up a little bit. But we have an I-back formation and running lead plays. Do you remember that one? You better go back.
Maybe before my time.
Wow. Looks like a big old snowplow just rolling downhill.
I've heard rumors about these days.
They do exist.
Connor Bruinis is the one that's leading the way for the running backs in the backfield. Handoff again, some space. This is Tolan. Tripped up beyond the 25-yard line. They're getting it going right now. Tolan, maybe a little bit of that change of pace.
Watch the right guard, Crane, number 74. Watch him get out and get around. Now square up, get up on the full block, picks up linebacker just enough on that play. Is that Paramsky that time? He got
so.
Yeah, the inside linebacker made it. And then how about the cut and a first down? And the Wildcats right now are saying, hey, we're going to do it in the trenches against you.
Sebastian Tolan stays in the backfield, hands it off left side. They got him. Coming up the middle quickly, Nate LaJoy.
Yeah, what's 5.5 sacks so far this year? 5 tackles for losses? I think up front they had a little problem with communication. Let's take a look at it because he looked like he got a great jump. Not really anybody blocked him. I'm not sure of what happened here. Yeah, on the backside, they just let Nate LaJoy go.
They got a really good push.
Back. Yeah, he didn't turn back on that play. So miscommunication up front caused that negative play. And here you are down near the red zone again. Let's play the issues.
Little end around play here. Not a whole lot of space. He drops the football. I believe it bounced out of bounds.
And Lutzis, the wide receiver, number 4 that time, had a great block on the outside, sealed it. Take a look at it here. Here comes Lutzis, number 4. He's going to come down and seal right there on the edge. Just got to hold on the ball that time. Cox, you know what? High and tight with the football, buddy.
Here they come. Handoff up the middle. Oh, man, here we go. Tyshawn King down to the 18-yard line. What a run. Made something out of absolutely nothing.
I think they're going to get Cox, number 89, on the hold on the right side. There's a flag out. I thought there was a flag on that play. I thought he tackled downfield. I guess they didn't. They picked it up.
King's down. He kind of got tackled awkwardly over on this near side.
I tell you, he is a beast running the football, isn't he? And he is 230 pounds, folks. That card saying 205, no. Little delayed handoff. There's this vision, the balance, and the burst. Here he comes right in. Ooh, yeah, just bent that leg back. Oh, that ankle. Ooh.
Oh, man, does not feel good.
And then it's a little cool outside.
Yeah.
That's a hard ground.
Looks pretty good, though, walking off. That's good to see. And I see a lot of his teammates looking over. Hey, you good?
I tell you what, I think they figured out, you know what, they had Mayon here last year, who's the leading rusher and set all the records here last year. Graduated. They weren't sure here at running back this year, but that young man, Tyshawn King, a freshman, I think he wants to get his name in the record books also, too. Great job on that run that time. You like the balance the guy's got. Sees the whole field well.
Jake Mayon graduated last year. He's the Northern Michigan all-time leading rusher, 404,220 yards in his career. They're going to go for 3 right here. Daniel Reiser. It's a 35-yarder from the left hash.
I don't know. You need touchdowns or field goals.
Down, and he splits it. Woo! Really nice job from Daniel Reiser. They're fired up, but there is
flag this time.
A flag on the field.
Again, here's the mistake. Go for the field goal. And now, would you line up off sides? Is it movement? Had to be movement.
Legal formation. Offense, more than 4 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty.
Ooh.
4th down.
How on a field goal do you have an alignment mistake like that? How do you have an alignment mistake? Absolutely, simply unacceptable. And this is what I've talked about in the red zone, the mistakes, the last drive. Now here, you kept field goal. Now you put it back, you make your guy kick again.
And now it's a 40-yarder.
Yeah. I mean, he had distance last time, but still.
So the sophomore trying to duplicate that success. Holds down. And it's good.
Got it.
He says, you know what? I'll do it again.
Yeah,
from
Baldy,
40
I
this
can
time.
make it again, and he did.
Daniel Reiser puts Northern Michigan on the board. You said it, Baldy. We got a game 10-3, Michigan Tech.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and with like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, we have a prodigy. So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Back in the beautiful Houghton, Michigan, Michigan Tech leading Northern Michigan 10-3. Let's go down to the field and check in with Dave Ellis.
Got Tyshawn King, that last drive went off, went straight to the trainer's table, retaped the right ankle, already asking to go back in. He's available next time Northern Michigan has the ball.
Yeah, that machine is rolling right now.
Absolutely. We appreciate it, Dave. Great stuff from the sideline all day long.
I wonder if Dave's going to do a little windsurfing for us at halftime or something. You know, so us out there, Lake Superior, beautiful water, the view. What do you think?
I'm in. Let's go. I'm in. I swam this morning. It wasn't that bad. Actually, the water's warmer than the air is.
Dave's a Michigan guy. He's tougher than I am, so I'd be down there. I'd be frozen as a popsicle, but he's loving it down there. He's in his element. Touchback for Michigan Tech to take over. We'll see if this Northern Michigan defense can come up big again.
Yeah, they had some, held them to a field goal. Well, nice job last time by Michigan Tech in terms of just using a short passing game, mixing with the run. But so far, Jared Smith not being a factor so far. We thought he was going to be. They've done a nice job. McMullen, number 5, has been a home wrecker there in the middle of that defensive tackle position.
Emmett Beeler in the backfield right now with Will Ark. They send a man in motion. That's Jordan Ferguson, the fullback.
Good run, Fit.
Here's Beeler. Oh, my goodness. What a delivered blow, but it pops out. Beeler delivered an absolute blast, but the ball comes out and Northern Michigan has it. You can hear that clearly in the booth.
They're cracking rocks down here in the Miners Bowl right now. But take a look at this. I talked about run fits. Watch linebackers. Everybody hits. Now they spill it, and there's the pop helmet right on the football that time. What a job. What contact. Great job by Brady Hansen on the hit, putting the helmet right on the ball. But then everybody got to the gap. No one got washed out. Now Hansen has a chance to make the hit.
Hansen paid for it, but the ball came out.
Yeah.
He'll take the reward. Shift on the line. Play action. Looking down the sideline. Nice throw and catch there. It's delivered.
I tell you what, I always look at things besides a running back, but let's take a look at Tyshawn King. Here's the design rollout. Here again, out of the I-back formation. Let's freeze it right here, folks. Watch him step up. Now watch him deliver a hit. Go ahead and run it, guys, from the truck. Boom, right in the kisser. Hands inside. Number 10, he'll challenge you. That's what you want to see.
Rayvon Johnson on the catch there on first down. They get 6, 2nd and 4. And
What a
King
cut.
going to get to run it this time. Cuts upfield. He delivers a little blow right there in the secondary to Glacier Wallington. They've got a first down, and this is a Northern Michigan football team right now that looks confident on this side of the ball.
Yeah. Peyton Mojo, the left tackle, who's come back. He missed last week because of injury. Great job controlling the backside. And the back that time, Tyshawn King, the patience. Let the big guy destroy the backside. You make the cut, first down and play.
Sebastian Tolan in the backfield. Connor Brunius in front of him.
Wow, what a hole. Are you kidding me? Look at the movement up front. Bauman, Young, Crane, Krupa, Hiller, and the mojo at the left tackle have got the mojo going right now, buddy. Controlling that line of scrimmage.
Getting a little chippy in there after the play. This is a good old-fashioned rivalry right here.
Yeah, as we talked about it, go records out on this game right now. And Coach, just reading some information about Coach Nystrom, he has put his team on a mission to do things right. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing they've done right today. They've come out with an attitude. You cross the white lines, nothing matters. You get up front, you start moving some people. And they're doing it right now. Not too complicated.
Two tight ends on the right side of that offensive line. Hand off.
Boom. Boom,
he takes
boom.
a big hit but stays on his feet. Man, he's a tough kid. Tyshawn King is the real deal. This conference is going to have trouble dealing with him the next 4 years.
Watch Crane, the right guard, pull. Let's pull it. Let's run it, guys. I'm going to tell you, let's let it run. And now let's just freeze it right here. Look at everybody inside. Look at the blocks. Watch on this Crane kick out. And then your fullback get to the second level, making contact. And there's Tyshawn King, king of the mountain right now, folks. He's not giving up that pigskin.
Brunius leading the way there up the middle. You mentioned the fullback making a nice block. Another handoff to King. Going outside, they've got guys all over the place on him this time as he's driven backwards. Back to the line of scrimmage.
And right now doing a nice job over on that right side. Hillier, too, or right tackle. See, we'll get some shots of Young at the center position, number 51. He's doing a good job in the middle also, too. Finding a lot of success to the right side.
Just 7:20 to play here in the first half. Both these teams have ran the football and completed most of the passes they've attempted. This clock has been running a lot. 2nd and 10 inside the 15. Little delayed handoff here.
Yeah, nice job on the draw play.
To the 9-yard line for King.
With how quick this defensive line is up the field. This is a nice draw play that time when it was 2nd and long. At least now you put it in manageable. Take a look at it here down in the red zone. Watch the delayed action here. And again, nice job by quarterback. First down field. Then you coming back, just handing off to King. Got a nice space there. Again, running inside that time. Pick up some nice yardage.
3rd and 7 from just inside the 10-yard line. They're going to roll. Throwing toward the end zone. It's overthrown, intended for Isaiah Pop.
Double coverage that time. Really not many options at all. And as I said in the stand-up, the thing I want to see out of this offense, we can see how he can run the football, the magic he can make. Why does number 10 get the ball out of the backfield sometimes? Get him one-on-one on the linebacker, and he's going to make people miss. But here you're kicking field goals again now. Yeah? I mean, you got to feel. When do you decide that, you know what? Maybe take a chance, put a touchdown on the board.
Daniel Reiser already connected from 40 yards, this time from the right hash. Woo. And he curls that one through. They've got a nice little field goal kicker in Daniel Reiser.
I guess that's why you're kicking. Yeah, he's putting that ball in Lake Superior every time.
That'll take us to a break. 6:25 to play. First half here in Michigan.
What will the future bring? Up here, we ask a different question. What does tomorrow need? At Michigan Technological University, we design, invent, code, and create. Where humanity intersects technology, where passion aligns with purpose, you'll find us with our sleeves rolled up and grit under our fingernails. We know the future will need answers, and the future starts now. Tomorrow needs you.
Unmatched passion, unrelenting power. This trophy is not given, it must be earned. The NCAA Division II Football Championship. December 21st at McKinney ISD Stadium in McKinney, Texas.
Touchdown! Unbelievable catch!
Visit ncaa.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
Kearley Stadium here in Houghton, Michigan. Northern Michigan connects with another field goal as they trail Michigan Tech 10-6 here, 6:25 to go in the first half. And this crowd, they're used to this weather, so this doesn't bother them one bit. They have packed the stands all the way down the concourse on the home side. It is a great atmosphere.
And the one thing you got to like out of the Wildcats right now is the attitude.
Yep.
I always say pick one thing. Well, you know what? You can give effort. You can give effort. That's something that you don't have to be a great athlete to do. Right now, first half, they're showing that.
Here's the return from Wenslick, just into the end zone, trying to get outside. Wenslick dragged down to the 16-yard line. Great coverage on the kick right there.
Antonio Howard, number 2, safety. He has been all over the field. Defensively here and special teams now making the tackle.
The second straight drive where they've had to take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go, flag.
McOney and also McMullen there in the middle. Those two defense tackles, 94 and 5, done a very nice job. Dudek at the left defensive end also too. Pearson on the other side. Won the battle so far.
That's Wenslick in motion. They fake that little swing play. Nice hit there up the middle. That's Anthony Ladd coming down and making the stop.
You want to see violent hands. You want to see what it means to play at the defensive tackle position. Watch number 5, McMullen, 225 pounds. He doesn't make the play, but take a look at number 5. Watch him stone the center. Now Shed, he's getting double teamed. Look at him fighting, holding his ground. Now support from secondary comes up, makes the tackle. That's the win. That's the reason why you're owning the line of scrimmage right now.
2nd and 9. Hartley in motion this time to the far side. Wenslick alone here on the left of your
he's
screen.
wide open on the outside.
They've got nobody on him. They finally get out to cover him, but they missed it right out of the gates, and man.
I thought they would go initially with that ball on the outside, a little smoke route heading right there. You were right. Hartley came in motion. Secondary didn't pick it up.
Got to him late.
Got there late. And now a 3rd and long situation. The tide has turned after that initial drive, has it not, for the Wildcats?
Starting to spit snow here again in Houghton. 3rd and 9 now. Northern Michigan, they want the football back in good territory. Will Ark spreading things out here. 2 receivers.
Blitz, watch the pressure coming inside. They do.
Here it comes. Under
Dog
pressure,
twist,
flush, and he's down. They got him. It's number 96 on the stop. Justin Gold.
Yeah, but in the middle, give credit also, too. They ran the twist in the middle. Riger, number 22, came in late, and that really forced quarterback to have to step up, and then that was the cover sack. Justin Gold finishes up. But take a look on the outside. Man-to-man coverage, hands, nice job now staying right in the hip pocket. Nowhere to go with that football. Quarterback felt pressure, goes down for the sack.
That's Tavion McCarthy downfield with good coverage. That was almost blocked. They do run into the kicker. They'll say nothing of it, though. That one's close. They'll take over. Really good field position at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Northern Michigan looking for their first lead of the game.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself, the rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
Great field position here for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 at the 40. King is on the sideline right now, so it's Toland in the backfield. They're going to toss it to him, getting him outside. He's got good blocking ahead into the 32-yard line.
Crew.
And that will take us.
Brunius, the fullback, number 24. The wrecking crew.
Let's go down to the field with Dave Ellis.
Yeah, guys, the Tech defense wants Toland on the field. They think the ball's loose on him, not King out there. But, Baldy, you'll love this. The other thing they want, hat-on-hat defense out there. You're going to see it.
Oh, they've got her. They got. But tell you right now, the big guy, the Wildcats up front are winning this line of scrimmage. They're able to get to the second level with those big guys, and it's opening up some creases.
2nd and 3. Toland again. Spins up the middle, takes a big hit, but one of his linemen, Peter Krupa, helps him get through to a first down. Kind of re-centered him there after he got knocked off balance.
That was a nice, again, they're just running out of high back formation. And I think Coach Nystrom said, you know what, guys? we're coming to the Miners Bowl. We're going to crack rock today. We're going down in the mine shaft, and you know what? That light we're seeing is going to be victory, not the freight train hitting us in the mouth.
King back in the backfield. A lot of penetration, but King weaves his way through it as he tries to step over a defender. Gets about 3 yards on the play as they grind away. You get the feeling, though, at some point they're going to have to throw the football.
I think they will, but right now you're owning the line of scrimmage, and Bauman that time on the left guard kicked out in that little trap play, and that's nice. And then back up inside with your running back. They're feeling right now they want to physically control this game. They want to grind the clock. They don't want this Michigan Tech offense having a chance with what they have in terms of explosive players. And this has been an issue for them defensively. It has been giving up explosive plays. So, hey, if you can control the line of scrimmage, take time off the clock, stick with it.
King goes back off. He's a little ginger on that ankle right now. Play action pass. Plenty of time looking end zone. Man wide open. The defender fell down. It's caught. Touchdown. 27 yards on the strike to Rayvon Johnson.
All 6'2", 215 pounds of Rayvon Johnson. Excellent protection up front that time, and again able to find Rayvon Johnson on the post pattern. He beat single coverage, but protection up front gave quarterback time to kind of roll to his right and able to pick up the touchdown.
First lead of the day for Northern Michigan as Reiser looks to take care of the extra point and does. 13-10. This Northern Michigan team, after falling in the hole 10-0, has scored 13 unanswered.
Take a look at Berquist, the right tackle, number 77. You talk about finishing the block. Here he is at the right tackle position. He's going to get an inside move by the defense. He comes back, and watch him just work. Come back out, just finish up inside. Now your quarterback can step to his right, find his receiver. So there's a guy, initially, his eyes took him outside. He came back and helped out on that defensive end crash move, allowed quarterback time to make the touchdown throw. Starts up front with protection. Quarterback right now on fire.
Ryan Johnson, he's a big kid, 6'3", redshirt sophomore. Coach said, hey, he can make the throws, but like we talked about, just trying to get back comfortable after an injury.
Yeah, but when number 10, you find out who the key to this offense right now is. I think going forward, everybody knows who's going to be the starlet and getting this offense going. Number 10 goes, and this is all. I've not seen this team, Northern Michigan, play this well this year. This is definitely different level for them right now.
Wenslick fields it a yard deep in the end zone. Here he comes, trying to give them better field position this time around. Breaks a tackle, man. You can hear the pads popping down there. Well, connect with Division II Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow along and join the conversation as the NCAA promotes national champions in 25 D2 sports. This is a physical game.
Both sides of the ball, and I'll tell you what, Wildcats doing it, running the football. Right now they've had success here the last couple series in terms of putting Michigan Tech in third and long situation. Got the sack in last time. Stop that drive. Let's see how they do here on first down. It's this Michigan Tech offense.
They're constantly moving along that front seven. Throwing it to the outside. Pretty tight coverage over there. Nice connection with Ben Hartley for 7 yards.
Yeah, that's a tough throw across the hash marks and kept it down low, but Hartley goes down, gets his hands underneath, picks up a big first down, now second and short. So you got to believe they're going to continue to work the perimeter here quickly. I don't think they want to stand in the pocket right now because the Wildcats have been able to show that they can exert pressure too, collapse that pocket.
2nd and 2. Both teams 2 timeouts remaining. 2:05 and ticking. They're going to hand it off this time, and the ball comes out. Northern Michigan has the football. There's no official signal, but about 2 or 3 white jerseys jumped on it. One of the offensive linemen couldn't corral it. This is big. Northern Michigan has the football.
Was that D'Arcangelo, number 38, who made the hit? I thought he made the hit initially on that, or was that Howard? He came away with the fumble recovery, but let's see who made the hit and caused that fumble to take place. Take a look at the run fits, folks. Let's go ahead and run it, guys, and I'm going to tell you, freeze it. Watch everybody here, front 7. Get to their responsibilities. Freeze it right there. Maintain a nice job by Budick, 52, coming down. And that's it. Oh, yeah, that was linebacker Potter. Austin Potter got the left hand in. He threw a roundhouse and landed on the pigskin.
That's big. 1:55 to go. Plenty of time. Tyshawn King back in the backfield. 1st and 10. Here goes King, trying to get outside, and he's dragged down after he gets just beyond the line of scrimmage. You're really already knocking on field goal range. You'd probably like 5 or 6 yards, but we've seen Reiser's leg. Time not really an issue with 1:30 left.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they have come out and they have owned this game. I mean, it's full block, trap block, lead block. Yes, they still have those type of plays. They still do that. There is an high back formation. Trips here to the left.
Pistol set in the backfield. They're going to hand it off Toland, who gets about a yard to the 29.
He's got some good quicks, those feet, huh? He can change direction. He's a lightning bolt back there. But that starts with guys sustaining blocks up front also, too. You can make those cuts because why? The big guys up front aren't coming off blocks. Sustaining, move your feet. Keep moving your feet. And good things will happen. Hard to make a tackle when you got a 350-pound man on your lap, you know?
It'd be a 47-yarder right now if they can't get anything here on 3rd down. They want to throw it. Along the sideline, it's batted away. Nice play there defensively. That's Kevin Lee, the defensive back, sophomore from Warren, Michigan, with his 4th breakup of the year.
Yeah, and he had Ryan Knight on the outside that time, who was open, actually behind covers, but just underthrew the ball.
They'll go for it'll be about a 47-yard field goal.
Got a little bit of wind kickers back here, but the way the ball's been going, hasn't need much help at all.
Not quite all the way to the right of the hash, right? Even with the right upright. He's got the distance, but it hooks left, and it's no good. So that is a win right there for Michigan Tech, and now 25 seconds left. We'll see if they want to try anything or just call it good for the first half.
Yeah. Again, I think you've got to just, to me, you've got to figure out getting ways, number 10, getting the ball out of the backfield, catching the football. Maybe a little middle screen, jailbreak screen. Number 10 is too good. He gets to second level, and he's by people. And, I think sometimes, when you got a guy who's got the hot hand, keep feeding him that pigskin.
Michigan Tech looks like they're not ready to end this one yet. Trips left, they're spreading it out. A receiver to the top of the screen as well. It's going to be a quarterback draw. There's a lot of space up the middle. Didn't get a great block there from Smith leading the way, but they do get 14 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, he trips to the right. You spread the field, and this is a design draw run all the way there. Nice block that time on number 22, Reiger, the inside linebacker. Got him sealed up. Quarterback finds a lane, picks up ball, and got midfield right now. Couple plays, he's down, and maybe get a chance to put some points on the board here.
They've got one timeout with 19 seconds left. The college rule a little bit different than the pros, where the clock doesn't start on a 1st down until the ball is set, which helps if you can move quickly.
Got to get set.
If you get a 1st down here, run up, spike it, still keep that timeout.
Wow, we knew that we were going to have a game and come in here and what this rivalry means, and this is what it's all about. I mean, you would think going in this game, both teams on the losing streak, struggling on both sides of the ball, and mistakes, but yet today, right now, we have a dominating game here by the Wildcats in the 1st half, probably playing their best football so far of the year. And this is a team with a lot of experience. Coming in, as I said, with Mayon running the football last year, set so many records, so give good credit where it's due. Both sides of the ball right now for the Wildcats playing well in the 1st half.
1st and 10, 44-yard line. Pressure out into the flat to Jared Smith, who's out of bounds near midfield. So you'll take it. 6 seconds off the clock. You get 6 yards.
Yeah, Will Ark stood in there. He knew he was going to get hit. You had the bunch formation on the right side, so you got some vertical routes. He's got to buy some time. He does. Lets it clears out. He hits his underneath receiver that time, gets a few, and he was right about midfield.
Have to be a little bit quicker here with just 13 seconds left.
I think you got to go down a little bit. He got about 20 yards on this one. Get to the sidelines.
Another quarterback draw looking for space. He's going to go down quickly. They tried to rip that ball out again. It's about a yard. Michigan Tech will take their final timeout with 6 seconds to go, and now no chance of a field goal here, or even to move the ball into field goal range.
I'll tell you what, they have done a nice job here, the Wildcats, in terms of exerting pressure, bringing some gains up front, getting movement in the D-line. You even mentioned how they're shifting there right before the snap of the ball, getting into some creases. Now a chance the O-line doesn't have a chance to really communicate or get proper blocks and angles. So they've done well in here right now. As you see the score here, we knew we were going to have a battle. And second half, I suspect they'll be popping some pads even more.
You have a longer halftime today than usual, about 25 minutes. We'll talk to Michigan Tech's athletic director, Dr. Suzanne San-Regret.
Beautiful campus here.
Really is. Spectacular.
Whole town, the whole area up here is gorgeous. If they get a chance to come up here and spend some time, it's Mother Nature at its best.
3rd and 1. See if they throw something quick. They will. A quick out, had plenty of space. And with 1 second on the clock, well, the clock hits 0, but there should be a second left, and I think they'll switch that.
And when do you go here? You have 1 second left. When you go to the end zone with this, don't you? Only 1 second left. You got to go.
Have to, yeah.
Coach Nystrom saying, hey, there's all zeros. We got goose eggs on the board.
Yeah, definitely. First and 10 at the 38.
Board, they put 1 second back on the clock. I suspect now you got to go to the end zone here. You already set up some little hook and ladder play, and now got a timeout here in Northern Michigan. And I can't say enough for number 5, McMullen, in the middle. I don't know how many tackles he has, but number 5 has been a disruptor in the first half. He really has, and they don't have an answer for him right now.
He was an all-conference honorable mention kid a year ago, 41 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 11.5 tackles for loss. This year, the numbers don't stand out as much. Probably getting more attention, though, and like you said, he's still been a very productive piece of this defense.
I've had some line coaches. I won't say on air what they might say is at halftime about situations like this, but I tell you what, you just love to see it on both sides. These kids, it's how competitive they are. It means something to them so much to win, and in a rivalry like this, great game on both sides of the ball.
First and 10, 38-yard line.
They got the picket line set up basically on the goal line here for the Wildcats.
Final play of the first half. Ark under some pressure. Guess who? It's McMullen. He's going to launch it along the sideline here. Just one man down there. Oh, my goodness. He almost pulled it down. Jordan Jansen gave it a go.
Was that Anthony Ladd who knocked that ball down about right now?
Wow, that was pretty close, though. Ark had to escape McMullen, and that's going to do it for half number 1.
Yeah, here's the throw by quarterback, and here's Ladd coming over. And he just got, you know what, if he doesn't get the right hand on that, I think you might be making a different call.
Absolutely. 13-10 our score here at halftime. It is a great contest here in Michigan. The Miners Cup on the line, 13-10. Northern Michigan leads Michigan Tech. That is after a 10-0 start for the Huskies out of the gates, but Northern Michigan really flipped a switch midway through that first half, and they end up in the lead, 13-10. A little bit longer halftime. We'll talk to the athletic director, Suzanne San-Regret, coming up during halftime. It's been a busy day. It's a physical contest between Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, "We have a prodigy." So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Back in Houghton, Michigan, Northern Michigan leading Michigan Tech 13-10. It is a beautiful day, a little bit chilly here in the Upper Peninsula, but really a gorgeous day here as we're joined by the athletic director, Dr. Suzanne San-Regret. And tell you what, you've been here all your life pretty much. Tell us what makes it so special to you, why you've never left.
Well, I think the community is incredible. They're very supportive of Michigan Tech athletics. It's the front porch of the university. And I haven't left because the student athletes here are phenomenal. We have about just under 400 student athletes. They carry a 3.37 GPA, and they're not too shabby with the kind of degrees they're getting. About 70% are enrolled in a STEM major, so engineering and hard sciences. Yep. And, you know, it makes recruiting interesting because on one hand, there's many student athletes, prospects you can't recruit, but on the other hand, the student athletes that we get are phenomenal in the classroom. And they choose Michigan Tech not only for the athletics that they get to participate in, but also the return on investment in terms of the degree that they're going to get and the job they're going to have after Michigan Tech.
Let's start with that. Let's go a little bit more into that. How impressed are you? Because we were talking to the coaches, and we know they do some things to try and help these kids be involved with their classes as much as possible because athletics is such a grind. But how impressed with you or what these kids are doing? I mean, I look down the roster and engineering.
It is. It's incredible. And then not only the rigorous academic that they have to get through, coupled with missed class time because of our remote location. I mean, no trip other than to Marquette to Northern Michigan. Yeah. All of our trips are about 8 hours. So they're missing a lot of class time. So their commitment to academics and athletics is phenomenal. And our faculty are super supportive of them and understand, why they're here. And they truly are student athletes, but our faculty are their biggest fans and biggest supporters. And our coaches really buy into the type of student athlete we have to recruit to be successful here.
You just added a new program to the athletic department, the esports category, which I think to a lot of people is unfamiliar, even to myself a little bit. Tell us about that process, why you made that decision, what kind of opportunities come from that.
Well, as I mentioned, Michigan Tech is very technological in nature, and we did a survey of our students, and about 70% of them identify as gamers. And so we know that they're playing these games, in their own time, free time. And for us to bring it to our athletic department really has created a niche for us. We have a lot of computer engineers, software engineers, students that are studying to develop games. Yep. And so to bring it into the athletic department, we know they're playing. Now we can support them and try to help them balance gaming with academics and with the rest of their life. And I think we'll find a niche. I think we'll be able to recruit some really strong student athletes. They're not traditional athletes, but we will support them in terms of their mental wellness. We'll apply as many of the NCAA regulations as we possibly can. We'll hold them accountable to their GPA. We're going to require them to do some physical activity and hopefully just create a more balanced lifestyle for them while playing a sport, gaming, that they love. So, and hopefully it'll also create a lot of affinity to the university, and we already have my email box is blowing up just about every day with interest. So it fits our institution, and I'm excited to offer it in athletics.
And you have a great support system up here too. And I was talking, they had a hockey game last night. They've got another one tonight. The football stadium is packed today.
It is.
Talk about this community and the support you get from them.
Yeah, I mean, win or lose, we obviously like to win more than we lose, but our community is really supportive, and I think that they see how much our athletes bring to our community. They're so actively involved in our community with their time and, you know, volunteering for a variety of things, and then they just see the quality of the academic program here and how a lot of them wonder, how do they do it? How do they, you know, balance it all? And our athletes, student athletes, really want to come back when they graduate. Career fair, there's a bunch of them that come back. They stop in and appreciate everything that athletics and the university's done for them, and I think our community really sees that as well.
Before I let you go, I got to think that you and the students and everyone that's up here is never bored. It is just absolutely beautiful. It's like you walk into, this is where they make fall calendars, I think, because we walked off the plane and it's just trees everywhere. Tell us about the area and what are some of the things that you see students doing outside of school?
Well, I was born and raised here. I graduated from Michigan Tech, and I've been in the athletic department for 27 years. This is my 27th season. And the reason I've stayed, I already mentioned, because of the athletes in the university, but there is stuff to do all the time. You do have to appreciate the outdoors. The only month I don't like is, you know, April, when it's kind of like mud. But year-round, I mean, I would love to have a 3-day weekend in the middle of winter, because you can be snowshoeing, skiing, ice fishing, snowmobiling. I mean, there's so much to do, and our student athletes and our students really appreciate that adventure side of living here. Summertime, there's not a better place in the world. We have access to one of the biggest and best lakes, Lake Superior, and there's so much access for people to get involved. So swimming, water skiing, fishing, just enjoying the weather. So I think that's why a lot of people stay, and I think it makes this community really special. And, you know, surviving the winters, it takes a lot of tenacity. There were snowflakes in the air today, which is perfect, I think, and just it's a great place.
You got to be tough to be up here, but I will tell you this, it is worth the trip. Dr. Suzanne Sandberg, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
She's the athletic director of this beautiful university. We'll take a break. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap the first half. Northern Michigan leads it 13-10.
Thank you.
I was the kid who would do surgery on my teddy bear and like have my sister be my patient, and I would wear the stethoscope and the lab coat. I was that kid. Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Dr. News, who is the head of the biology department, definitely has had a huge impact over the past 2 years I've been in the lab. He took a chance on me and actually gives me the power to actually do things. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades. I've had so many experiences with underprivileged people, and just seeing that they want the basic things that people get out of life. And if I can help in any way, that just kind of warms my heart. That's why I want to be a doctor, to serve those who have been dealt a bad hand. It was my sophomore indoor season. It was the first year with our new head coach. And he comes in and he's like, we could be a national contending team if you guys work hard. And I heard him and I was like, well, I want to be a national champion. I want to be an All-American. And I bought in because he bought into our team. And I qualified to go to indoor nationals. It was just because I bought into myself, because someone bought into me. I decided I wanted it, so I went and grabbed it.
My My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
We're back. Halftime here at Sherman Field. It's Curley Stadium, 13-10. Northern Michigan in the lead over Michigan Tech here in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's called Curley Stadium now because 2 weeks ago they dedicated this place to the Curley family. And one of the big parts of that is because of this gentleman standing here with me. For 52 years, Ted Curley has been an athletic director, he's been the football coach, and he's also been Michigan Tech's biggest football fan. Ted, tell us about this streak and how you haven't missed a game for more than half a century here.
Well, it was pretty easy to start, David. I was assistant football coach. Bill Lucer was my mentor. And then I became the head coach, then the athletic director. So right there, I had about 20 or 25 years built in. So I just kept coming to the stadium every Saturday when the Tech was at home game. So I've pretty much got into a routine, and I love Michigan Tech football, so it's a natural.
What an honor for your family, too. Your son Tom has been the head coach here at Michigan Tech. To have him on the field, to have the place dedicated, was a great honor.
Well, it was a super honor, David. I didn't expect anything but like this. But when Tom came back, and he was assistant to Bernie Anderson for a while and then became head coach, and that's kind of rejuvenized my career and Tom's too. But this stadium is mostly because of Tom's doing. He was a successful coach. He got Glenn Morales, our president, to help out, and beyond a doubt, this is one of the nicest stadiums that the Tech people or squad plays in. So
well, let's talk about the second half. Your Huskies are down by 3 points. What do you want to see coming out here from Michigan Tech in the second half of play?
Well, I was reading the program, and the last 3 or 4 years, it's been a comeback victory for Tech. So I expect the same thing today. But it is a great game. It's a great rivalry, and the kids play hard. So I'm just glad to be a part of it.
We're having a great time here at Curley Stadium. Thanks a lot for joining us, Ted. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, it was my pleasure, David. I really appreciate. At this age, I don't expect these kind of things. So if I flubbed up, I'm sorry.
You did great. 13-10, the Huskies trail at halftime. We'll be back for more in Houghton here after this commercial break.
2, 1. Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together, I feel like. I don't know what it was that drew me in, but after I started playing for a while and started seeing some early success as a little kid, to see how much it meant to my parents to see me play the game and try to make a difference was really what fueled me to keep playing and stay competitive. Being a triple major is not necessarily easy, but at the same time it is what you make it. Being a tighter-knit university, I have a lot of classes with the same professors, so they know me pretty well. I think it's that personal relationship that really helped me to thrive as a student. I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Opportunity to me means doing the things that will make you a better future. I always dreamed of graduating from college. So being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed was paying off. Having an athletic scholarship for the University of Mount Olive was key for my success. I had the opportunity to not only get an education, but be able to develop as an individual.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself, the rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Back in Houghton, Michigan, Northern Michigan leads it 13-10 here at halftime. It is a beautiful day, a little bit chilly up in the booth alongside Richard Baldinger. I'm Chucky Kempf. Baldy, it was a good start for Michigan Tech, but Northern Michigan said, hey, we're not going to let you run the football anymore. We're going to hit you in the mouth a little bit, and they took a 13-10 lead.
Yeah, pretty much took Jared Smith out of this game, and then pretty much since after that second scoring drive for Michigan Tech, they could put the field goal up there, and it's 10-0. They said, you know what, we're going to shut this down. They've done a great job with Mullen on the inside. They've been moving people around. But then on the other side, Tyshawn King, I think they found themselves another guy who can tote the rock. Look for number 10 to be a big part in the second half.
Yeah, Tyshawn King already on pace for about 30 carries in this game. He really got going, showing some of that bounce that you talked about early on, so we'll see if they can keep that rolling. Take a look at our first half stats here in Houghton. 99 on the ground for Northern Michigan. That's the number that really stands out. And also no turnovers, Baldy.
Yeah, no turnovers. And then now they got 2 more fumble recoveries. They had 6 coming into today. 2 they got, led the points. But how about the rushing yards of Michigan Tech? As I said, the Wildcats the last 2 weeks. When you get 350 yards pounded on you each week for the last 2 weeks, you come out with an attitude, and they did that today.
Well, it really was Michigan Tech out of the gates, and they got it going on the ground.
And they did, and here's the first hit, and there's we talked about, and there's the fumble recovery by Howard, and as we talked about, they had 6 coming in, and then take a look at here, just them running the football. Here's Nunlin Cox, he fumbles the ball, so he had some turnovers, and now let's just take a look at turnovers, and then now touchdowns.
That's over the top. Wenslick gets on the board for the first time. They throw a strike right there. And
got some time. Wenslick beat single coverage here. And then how about Johnson on this one here? Nice job again on the post pattern. I'm going to think maybe they're going to look to continue to go deep on this, get some single coverage, feel like they can get some big plays.
We're in for a good one here in Houghton. 13-10, the Wildcats over the Huskies.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
From court to court and lane to lane under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and look like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, "We have a prodigy." So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Back in Houghton. Northern Michigan up 13-10 over Michigan Tech. This telecast is presented by the NCAA Division II President's Council. Welcome to NCAA Division II, where the pursuit of excellence is yours to create. In Division II, student athletes excel academically, athletically, and in the community for life after graduation. The opportunities are endless. Make it yours. Let's head back to the sideline. Dave Ellis, take it away.
Well, guys, for 22 years, he was the head coach at Michigan Tech. He's also been the head coach at Northern Michigan for 6 years. Bernie Anderson knows this rivalry better than almost anybody. Bernie, you were part of the group that started the Miners Cup. It really has developed into a great rivalry, hasn't it?
Well, you have two great universities, very different universities, but both very good universities. And then you have a great rivalry between the two of them, much like maybe a Michigan-Ohio State, with one difference. I think those two hate each other, where Northern and Michigan Tech respect each other, but a great rivalry, and yes, it's probably the game of the year for both teams.
You know this rivalry better than anybody. So in the second half, what do we expect to see out there, and who's going to come out on top?
Well, you're going to see much like you did the first half, a battle back and forth. Is going to come down to maybe the last play, as it has for the last 4 years, and it's probably going to be a three-point game, and whichever team has that 3 points over the other one's going to win it.
Bernie, thanks for this, sir. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you, Dave.
Back upstairs to Chucky and Baldy in the booth.
Thank you, Dave. I love the safe answer there, Baldy. He said, hey, look, it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a battle, and somebody's going to win by 3 at the end. I didn't say who, though.
No,
safe.
I understand that, but just let me explain something a little bit further. He talked about the schools respect each other. Well, you might want to take a trip into the trenches right now. There might be a little different view on that point right now. So this might be a Michigan-Ohio State right now, with both teams struggling to find victories, the issues that they've had on both sides of the football, and to come out the way the Wildcats have. They got to give credit. But for now, Michigan Tech, their issue the last 2 weeks has been the fourth quarter, giving up points. Now they're down here at halftime. Let's see what can happen.
Well, Michigan Tech gets the football to start things off here. We've got 30 minutes of football left.
Turnover battle right now, huh? 3
Absolutely.
turnovers. Has been the difference here for Michigan Tech. You lose the turnover battle, most likely you lose a football game here. Right now, again, 2 big fumble recoveries led the points here for the Wildcats. Let's see if they continue that second half.
Daniel Reiser to send it away. They're going right at Wenslick. Oh, no, it's going to go to the other side this time. Morano, who tries to angle to the right side. He's cut down at the 17-yard line. They have covered the kickoff returns really well. Have Northern Michigan has.
Yeah, Colin Heimberger that time on the outside. What they've done is they've made sure that in the free run zone is from once the kick takes place, create separation, but get back in your lanes and squeeze everything inside. You've noticed Michigan Tech has not had a chance to bounce anything on those returns to the outside.
So Northern Michigan has made it a point to stop the run. What are you looking for out of Michigan Tech's offense this first drive of the second half?
I think they had some success with their quarterback rolling out of the pocket and hitting just a little high-low to either side, and that's where I think right now you can get away from that pressure of the Wildcats.
Play action pass, quick one out to Wenslick, who has some space and splits two defenders. Here goes Wenslick to midfield. Dragged down at the 46.
Slippery Wenslick that time. How did he get through that? To be able to continue. Take a look at this, a little bubble screen to the outside. Wenslick makes the catch, and here's he gets a nice block on the outside by number 5, Ben Hartley. And then how about the little stiff arm? And then coming in late for the tackle that time. Wow, saving a touchdown.
Wenslick for about 30.
Is that Howard
on that play?
Oh,
First and 10.
That was Ladd. That was Ladd on the saves a touchdown. Excuse me.
Two receivers tied on the near side. They're going to motion another one over. Trips right now for Ark. He's going to roll this way.
Linebacker's coming hard.
And it's dropped by Wenslick. They'd have had about 4 yards had he brought it in, but they brought that pressure, Baldy. It was Austin Potter.
Oh, yeah, he came quick on that one, and that's the way they're going to design. You get some movement where D-line goes one way, linebackers come the other way. And the one thing I've noticed here tonight, and Coach had talked about this for Northern Michigan, was their run fits. It's been an issue. People have not gotten where they need to be. Today, people are in the gaps, getting to their responsibilities, exerting pressure for the Wildcats.
2nd and 10 for Will Ark now. Junior sends a tight end in motion, Marion. They're going to hand it off this time up the middle. Guess who? McMullen on his back. He's had a real high motor.
Oh, he does, and also Ladd coming in. But watch the shift. Watch McMullen, number 5, right before the snap of the ball. Oh, it's a little bit later. Let's go ahead and run it, guys. There's the shift. Now he goes to the guard's outside shoulder. He gets inside of the tackle. Again, miscommunication on that right side, and McMullen gets a free lane to the running back.
Jared Smith's tired of seeing him in the backfield.
Oh, I'll tell you what, man. You better circle number 5 because he is creating havoc right now.
And here he comes again. Little shovel pass here. Yep. Plenty of space this time, and they've got a first down. You've been asking for that all season.
Yeah,
you finally got it.
Finally got one. You know, sometimes when you get these defenses that are so quick, jumping the gaps, moving around, you just got to take advantage of it. Nice job by quarterback this time, Will Ark, on the shovel pass. And you see, here comes McMullen. They run a little twist in the middle, but again, that eliminates when you get that ball quickly out on that shovel pass. You eliminate all those games. The pressure quarterback gets rid of it. Positive yards, first down.
Darkangelo and Potter in on the stop. 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Flea Flicker. They almost got him down, but it's thrown downfield. Wenslick's open. Brady Hansen didn't get turned around quick enough. He was in position.
And quarterback, I thought, was going to take a shot. They ran that play. It looked like a lead play. Pressure came, quarterback on the flea flicker, and he finds Henslick just on a single on the go route this time. Take a look at it here. Inside, you're thinking it's run, and there's the toss back. And there's Wenslick on the outside, number 2, and Brady Hansen. You know what happened on that. If we take a look afterwards, I guarantee you Hansen that time looking in the backfield because it was run fake.
The running back tossed it as he was being dragged to the ground, so really nice job in the backfield as well, but the flea flicker works to perfection. Another lead change. Michigan Tech, great start to the second half. They lead it 17-13. Will Ark, second touchdown of the game.
We are Huskies. We have 14 varsity sports and compete in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, the Western Collegiate Hockey Association, and the Central Collegiate Ski Association. We are a top-ranked engineering school, and our student-athletes average a 3.3 GPA across all sports. We represent 45 U.S. states and 19 countries across the world. We are Michigan Tech.
Unmatched passion, unrelenting power. This trophy is not given, it must be earned. The NCAA Division II Football Championship, December 21st at McKinney ISD Stadium in McKinney, Texas.
Touchdown! Unbelievable catch!
Visit ncaa.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
Well, there you go. Just, wow. It is 40 degrees here in Houghton. It's a little breezy. There's been some snowflakes. Baldy, are you going to join him over there shirtless on the soccer field?
Well,
after
first
this?
of all, you don't want to see me go shirtless, so we won't even discuss that. We'll leave that.
That's a Michigan kid
well,
right
that's
there,
a Michigan
no doubt.
kid, and maybe we'll do I'll leave it as that. I'm not going to go any further. This family hour. And a short kick.
They'll take over to the 31-yard line where it's fair caught, so decent field position here for Northern Michigan.
And you got to think they're going to continue what they're doing, but give credit to Michigan Tech coming out of the second half, got the ball, needed to put points on the board. What was the adjustment made? They said, okay, we're going to work the perimeter. And again, 2 costly explosive plays, and that's been an issue for the Wildcats defensively. They'll play well for 2 plays, but then they'll give up the explosive play. And as Dick Vermeil always said, the team who wins the explosive plays during a game is most likely going to win the football game. You got to have some big chunk plays.
Tyshawn King is not in the backfield for this first play for Northern Michigan. Sebastian Toland. Going to toss it to Toland. They like him on this toss play. He's not going to go anywhere. Got popped at the end by the senior defensive back, Travis Tidwell.
Yeah, he did a nice job of setting the edge that time at the cornerback position. He's got run support on that. He got inside, got up the field quickly, got involved on that tackle. Also, LaJoy, number 92, nice job of working down the line of scrimmage. 95, Sciardo. Those 2 guys there, what do they got, 10 sacks between both of them?
It's a team that really knows how to get after the quarterback. 2nd and 12 now. Pistol set, King back in there. They're going to hand it off to him up the middle, bounces it outside and spun down. Really nice tackle on the outside there.
Was that Blackwell?
I think it was Ty Allen, the safety, coming down.
Oh, okay. One on that one. And that's that shiftiness, man. I'll tell you, you think you've got him stopped in the backfield. You think there's no gain. His feet stop, but Tyshawn King able to just change direction so easily, effortlessly. But now you're still in that 3rd and long situation because your first down play didn't do anything for you.
See if they bring some pressure here on this defensive side. King in the backfield. They're under center here. 2 receivers to the far side of the field.
Rushing 3, dropping 8 into coverage.
Looking down the sideline.
Oh, that's
a nice job on the receiver. Ryan Knight going to get it.
And nice job by Ryan Knight that time, stopping and coming back for the backside shoulder. There's the single coverage on the outside, got corner turn. And again, he found the ball. Corner didn't find the ball, so not much you can do. That was a good job. Was that 22 on the outside?
It was. That's against Travis Tidwell, who's one of the better defensive backs in the conference.
And he got Travis Tidwell to kind of flip his hips quickly, and he didn't really track the ball well, but give receiver on the outside. Great job coming back with that backside shoulder.
1st and 10 at the 48. Big conversion there on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, needed explosive play. They got it.
Toland back in the backfield, but we have a timeout. Northern Michigan, a game like this, timeout early on, could come back to haunt you.
And Ryan Johnson's made some throws today. Not a lot of them so far, but he had the touchdown pass and the backside shoulder. So you could see for him, you know, in talking with Coach Nystrom, he said, like, you know, my quarterback is learning how to manage the game. He knows when now to take a chance on the throws. Where, you know, his first year in, maybe too many interceptions because you're forcing the football. Today, better with putting the ball where he needs to be and not creating turnovers.
He said one thing he thinks could really help click for Ryan Johnson, just get that one good game. Get that big game under your belt. They come on to win this one. This could be that game for him.
Well, let me tell you something. Any quarterback likes when you've got somebody in the backfield like number 10. And when number 10 is toting the rock, you control that line of scrimmage. Now linebackers, let me tell you something, they're going to be a step slow to the flats. You're not going to get double coverage. You're not going to get any linebacker underneath because you got to keep that box packed is what number 10 can do, toting the rock, both inside and outside.
1st and 10. Ben Lutzis in motion to the near side of the field. Another toss play to Toland. They've got a little bit of space out there, but a really nice job rallying to the football. And that was John Paramsky leading the way, sophomore from Newberry, Michigan.
And it looked like that play was going to happen that time. Jay Young, the center, got out that time. But some traffic and play got stretched out a little bit. I thought they might find a crease for Toland, but didn't happen. Give credit to Michigan Tech's defense that time. Again, working down the line, fighting off blocks, getting in on the play.
King back in there, 2nd and 9 now.
Hand
off to King, a lot of pressure. He finds a hole and gets 2. They have really got that quick penetration. They haven't been able to get their hands on him yet, though.
Yeah, but watch Bauman, number 60, left guard. He's going to pull out and watch the kick out here. You got down block on the front side. Great job by the tight end that time, 44 Eaton. And then how about the pad level by King, number 10? How about that hole, buddy? You could put 2 snow plows there going through that one. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, in 3rd and about, what, 6 yards?
3rd and 6. Need another big conversion on this drive. 9:30 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Cox in the slot there, number 89. See if they look for him.
High formation, Tyshawn King the back. Play action pass, pressure. Looking along the sideline, and it's off the hands, off the pads, I should say, of the intended target, Rayvon Johnson.
Come back with your hands to the ball. He let that ball get into his shoulder pads, and that's why he couldn't make the catch. Nice throw by quarterback on the comeback. But wide receiver, come to the pigskin. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. You take the laces off the pigskin.
Good stop there for this Michigan Tech defense. But I'll tell you what, that 3rd and 10 conversion down here, real big from a field position standpoint. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to try and get outside. Nothing there. And they're taken down 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage on the fake. And it is snuffed out easily by Xavier Ciardo, a huge play.
Yeah, that snap went to, what was that, Rieger, 22?
It was.
That went to him initially on this. And you know what? I could understand this if you didn't have a first. You know what? Was that even supposed to go to him?
I don't know. Jack Rieger never had a chance.
See, I just think he made a play. I don't think that was designed because the way he had to lean back and get that ball, I think he was like, wow, it's here. I better do something with it.
Talking about field position, this is not what they had in mind.
No.
The snow's starting to really come down here in Michigan, too. It's October. Quick throw out in the flats. They've got space with
Hartley
Wenslick.
on the block.
He's a good blocker out there. We've seen some good blocking receivers the last couple of weeks.
And that's the adjustment they're feeling right now. We can get this ball on the edge. Let's get our receivers, Hartley, involved in this, and Wenslick also, too. Take a look at Hartley. We're just going to look at it quickly. The block on the outside. Again, run fake inside. You see coverage. Now it's one-on-one. You've got numbers, and here's Hartley on the cut block. They've been successful. They're going to continue to work the edges.
Pistol set. Fullback Ferguson in motion. Fake the quick pass this time. Trying to go up the middle and shouldn't have got that much, but he fights, and that's a 5-yard gain. He got hit in the backfield.
Yeah, it should have been stopped for a loss, for a 5-yard loss. Give credit to running back. And, you know, as they always say, Once you get the pigskin in your hands, that's fine. Now it's your job to get something done. And you can see an attitude here by Michigan Tech starting here in the second half. They've come out second drive here now. They're saying, you know what? End this. We are going to control this game, and they have here so far in the second half.
I think they got some encouragement at halftime.
Yeah, Coach's still a big guy.
2nd and 5 here for Ark. Just ticked under 8 to play, third quarter. Handoff again to Smith, who steps ahead, and somehow Jared Smith ducks close to a first down. Lost him for a second in the pile.
Yeah, a little kick out block, and he found a little hole and some nice quick feet bouncing around there in that traffic. Right now, defensively here, you would think of the Wildcats, you caused 3 fumbles in the first half. Got to be looking for a turnover right now. Stem the tide. Michigan Tech has said, you know what, I don't think it took any new formula. It just took Coach talking a little bit.
Absolutely. Look at how close the fullback is behind the line of scrimmage. It's a quarterback sneak, and Ferguson's helping him out. I think they've got a first down here pretty easily.
And they found a new line of copper there in that mining action down there in the middle, huh? The fullback just pounded away. Massive humanity. We have John Gruden on the sidelines down here with all this I-back formation, huh?
Another first down. They're grinding this clock away, too, here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they are. They've controlled here so far. And, again, give them credit. And it all starts with working the edges. As I said, those bubble screens. You've got single coverage outside, some explosive plays. See if they go back to Wenslick, who's in the slot on the left side.
1st and 10 at the 28.
It's safety over the top.
Another one to Smith. They're really working him, trying to cut across field. It's about 7 yards on the first down carry.
Us over on the left tackle that time. Great job again by running back this time. Again, just kind of bounce at Jared Smith. Again, starts inside on the zone read. Reads the corner off that time. Number 2 playing back. There's that strong safety, Howard, and he's playing underneath because he wants to take, he's playing off, he wants to take away the quick throw on the outside. That now opens up a lane for your running back.
You mentioned the left tackle, Louis Tom, had a really nice block on the linebacker there. Up the middle again. You can hear those pads crack, and Smith keeps rolling.
Leg drive, folks, leg drive. Also Ford at the center position too, number 66. Get some things done. Hey, Michigan Tech, you know, they kind of took it on the chin here a little bit at home, you know, and then the Huskies now are coming back snapping a little bit. Throwing some meat to the dogs. Those defensive tackles for Wildcats early, controlling the line of scrimmage. This half so far, the momentum has shifted.
They're trying to drain this third quarter. Hartley in motion. Handoff, ball's dropped, and they lost it. Northern Michigan falls on it. My goodness. What a disaster at the end of this drive.
Jared Smith could not hold on to that football. That was a low toss. Let's take a look at it again. I think the ball was just tossed low, and he's gone. That ball's got to hit him between the numbers. Let's take a look at it out of the pistol formation. No, it's put right there. I apologize, folks. That ball hit the running back right in the breadbasket. The problem is, you got to make sure you control the football before you start looking to see where you're going to make your cut. Jared Smith doesn't get it done. Fumble, number 4 in this game.
Jacob Dudek ate that thing up, and now Northern Michigan with new life here, down just 4. They were looking at potentially a 2-possession game at the end of a great drive, but a costly fumble. 1st and 10 at the 17. Tyshawn King back in the backfield. Johnson wants to throw it.
Waggle pass.
Great coverage down the field, looking sideline. It's incomplete.
That's a tough throw.
Going at Kevin Lee. That was really nice coverage from the sophomore.
Yeah, that's a tough throw. Receivers working to the sidelines. Quarterback, again, nice coverage on the inside. And I would say for Michigan Tech, let me tell you something. In my day, when Martin Schottenheimer was the head coach, if there was fumbles, God forbid on Monday when you had to run, you ran for every fumble. It could be, these kids are lucky he isn't walking on the sidelines. Oh, brutal.
Hand off to King. They are really bringing the house ball, David. You just get the feeling if Northern Michigan's going to win this game, Ryan Johnson's going to have to make some big-time throws because they're packing it.
And again, they feel uncomfortable standing in the pocket with their quarterback because they've rolled them out a little bit. How about bringing my tight end across on a little drag route? He's done an excellent job blocking on the front side, number 44, tight end Mitch Heaton. But you know what? Let's release him off the line. Starting in the block, release him, get him underneath. I think you can get some damage done.
We still haven't seen anything short to King either to try and get him into space. We'll see if that's in the cards coming up.
I don't see much of it here. That's something they've got to, in future, get him involved because he can pass protect.
Pressure. Johnson going to put it on the ground and just fall out of bounds at the 20-yard line. He gets about 3 on 4th down.
Good coverage, and one of the issues for quarterback, they go Johnson. Here's on the outside. Look at the coverage now. Nowhere to go for quarterback here, and then there's Heaton in the middle. They double covered him with the safety on top, and then on the outside, number 13 with that time's cover was that Giles.
Latrell Giles.
Well, yeah, he didn't know where to go. Got to find a way to come back, but quarterback was under duress.
4th and 7. This one's punted away. It's a nice punt. Big time boot. Backs him all the way to the 34.
Flip the field position, huh?
Absolutely. Well done there by John Kusinski. Still got a football game. 17-13 here in Houghton.
Provided by the physician.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag like facing backwards and look like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, we have a prodigy. So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. I loved the team. They brought me in like I was one of their own. The professors help out so much. They actually care about developing me, not only so I just memorize the material and able to take a test, but am I able to apply the information. I don't feel nervous asking them, hey, I'm not gonna be in class, can you send me something? And they're completely fine with it and they understand, which is the best part. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do. Be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I'm able to go out and become president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. SAC is consistent of like a ton of different backgrounds, and we'll come up with cool ideas for like fundraisings and having the opportunity to raise money for Make-A-Wish and knowing it's going towards a good cause. Not only motivates me, but it motivates the whole community. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Fans College football celebrating its 150th birthday this year. It all started when students from Princeton and Rutgers competed on November 6th, 1869. The passion and love for the sport that started that day is carried on for generations. College football has provided educational opportunities, inspired future leaders, and enriched our communities. Follow at CFB150 on social media and visit CFB150-.org for more information.
Play action fake again.
Ark looking down the sideline. Wenslick goes up, and it's incomplete.
Is that Howard, number 11? Got
Coverage
the left
on the
hand.
play. It's Demarius Wright on the coverage.
Oh, right. Excuse me on that one, yeah. Watch the left hand get inside here on the throw. Ball comes off like a wounded duck a little bit. And a nice job just getting that left hand across. But you can do that because you're hip to hip with your receiver and you track the football. Now you're in proper position to make a play.
That sets them up 2nd and 10, so good start to the drive for Northern Michigan here. Jared Smith, they'll fake the handoff. It's off Wenslick's pads. We've seen that a couple times from a few different receivers today, and that sets up 3rd and 10.
Trying to make a play before you control the football. But again, the hands never came up and out. And listen, the young man's a tremendous receiver, but that's just about, they always talk about this game about being tired, but it's also the mental part of it. It's 60 minutes long, and the fundamentals, got to make sure you do all the little things right so you can make those big plays.
Third and 10 at the 35-yard line. Trips left.
Got Hanson deep here to safety.
6'5" back
Can't
there in
miss
the
him,
defensive backfield. Quarterback draw, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 41-yard line. So Northern Michigan all over that. They do get 6 yards, but that'll bring up 4th down.
A big stop defensively. They had to. Even the first 2 drives, you had talked about it. The Michigan Tech came out here with a different attitude, controlling the line of scrimmage, running the football. They opened up working perimeters. They had to have a stop. Here now, defense is going to get their offense the ball back. And again, I think right now you're exactly right. Johnson is going to have to be able to make some throws over the middle because you're going to see 8 men in the box. You're going to see run blitzes. They are not going to let number 10 tote the rock anymore. They're taking his wheels off his car right now.
See if we get anything like a screen pass out to Tyshawn King. Punts away, and fair caught at the 28-yard line. That's where Northern Michigan will take over. Baldy, you said it, maybe going to have to throw the football a little bit.
And I think you got to get your tight end in on that play. That time quarterback rolled out, I didn't see him, but I think you got to get Heaton involved with this. I think you can sneak him out. He's been run blocking so much, so linebackers will think, you know what, I'll cheat a little bit. But a lot of times you can find 44, you find your tight end, give him something over the middle, make something happen.
Northern Michigan in Marquette, Michigan, founded back in 1899, enrollment just under 7,000. One of 16 Olympic training sites in the United States.
Come up here.
Pretty short journey, about 2 hours over here to Houghton for this rivalry in the Miners' Cup.
It's a beautiful drive up here.
Yep.
Started off from Chicago, and I would say you might want to skip that traffic. It's a little bit to be desired.
It's the upcoming schedule for Northern Michigan. They
Grand Valley State, huh?
Yeah, they host Grand Valley State next week. It's been a grind. They lost to Wayne State last week, who's a pretty talented team. They have 4 straight losses. They had Ferris State the week before that. They come here for a rivalry matchup, and then they've got Grand Valley State before what will probably be a much-needed bye. But it's a grind of a schedule. The GLIAC has some really good teams. Top dog is Ferris State, who's number 2 in the country. We saw them earlier this year. Very talented.
Yeah, they got a great running back there, Grand Valley State and VC. So, here you got to think, all right, defensively, the Michigan today, what they've done to Jared Smith, you think that bodes well going forward in the season.
Grand Valley State ranked 19th in the nation. Saginaw Valley State in there as well. Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 29.
High back formation again. Things don't change, do they? Let's see what Michigan Tech does defensively. It looks like they're bringing linebackers up closely, getting some people in the gaps. They're going to move them around.
Snow falling here on October 12th.
You got Rayvon Johnson, 87 on the outside here. Got some off coverage. See if quarterback looks for him quickly on maybe a little slant pass.
Play action pass. They're rolling the tide out here. Looking down the field. He's there. Got him. Oh, he dropped it. Rayvon Johnson was wide open. Ty Allen had to recover on the play.
Was that Kevin Lee?
Kevin Lee was back there as well.
On the coverage. Great job on the fake. And you see that so much on a little comeback and go. Nice job by Rayvon that time in a double move.
Let's go down to the field with Dave Ellis.
Hey, guys, Kyle Nystrom and Pat Perlis before this drive told their team, this is our time, guys. This is when it's got to happen. And they wanted something big. By the way, Tyshawn King getting that ankle worked on last time off the field, not 100%.
He's been in and out here in this second half as they hand it off this time. Oh, my goodness, black jerseys everywhere.
Yeah,
Sebastian Tolan didn't stand a chance.
And you got to credit Michigan Tech. Guys up front play much better this half in terms of controlling the line of scrimmage. Was that Marshall Ryan, number 47, in on that play also, too?
That's going to bring up 3rd and 14. Northern Michigan has been behind the sticks a lot here in this second half.
They haven't been able to win with the passing game at all here in this half, completing anything on the outside. And this plays into the hands of Michigan Tech well. We talked about the number of sacks that they had coming into this game.
Take the in-around pressure off the edge. Here's that screen pass. King has
got
all day long. 30, 35, cuts inside at the 40. Midfield, here he goes, Tyshawn King. See ya later. Unbelievable. 75 yards. Baldy, you've been asking for it.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you what, Blackwell comes on the blitz. Give credit to quarterback Ryan Johnson on this because he bought time. He stood in there. He saw a freight train coming at him, and he said, you know what, I'll give the number 10. But take a look at the blitz here. Here come, and again, nice job on that play. Guys in the truck, if we can run that back, I'm going to show you the reason why this worked so well. They read it. Great job by the running back, Tyshawn King, on the fake also, too.
The extra point is good. It is 20-17, 2:13 to play in the third quarter. That was executed to perfection, Baldy.
Let's run it again. Now watch Tyshawn King. He has done a great job of blocking. And I say, you know what? Let's fake the block. Let's go ahead and run. Now watch Tyshawn King here, and you're going to bring Blackwell on the blitz. Now watch him. You think he's going to pick him up. Nope. He just sneaks out underneath them. You got block on the outside. There's no one there. You bring pressure. Guess what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Great job by Tyshawn King just slipping out instead of blocking. Quarterback finds him, and there it is. Baldy is OC.
The big man, Peter Krupa, he's 25 yards downfield making a block.
And now, folks, you have just found yourself the beast for the Wildcats. King catching the ball or running the ball.
Tell you what, you got a kid you can really build around in this offense. My goodness. Give him a good offensive line. He's going to be trouble.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. This front five, they had some graduations, and, you know, his coach had said he was unhappy. You had, in fact, asked him what are some of the issues, and he was blunt. My guys up front have not played well at all. Today, different story. But that's a great job. And this is a new offensive coordinator. I'll let you pronounce his name. He came in, and he was also with Coach when they were at North Dakota State and everything. So
spent the last 8 years at Saginaw Valley State.
Yeah, so here again, and sometimes you bring new coaches in, just takes a while to get that system in the rhythm.
Now can the defense get a big stop? This one back to the goal line. Wenslick going to bring it out. Here he comes across the 15, trying to make a move and get outside. Might have some space to the near side. Another juke. He's got some space to the 25, but just runs out of gas as he's tackled by Antonio Howard. Division II provides more than 119,000 student athletes the opportunity to compete at a high level of scholarship athletics while excelling in the classroom and through community engagement. Learn more about Division II's Life in the Balance philosophy at www.ncaa.org/D2. Dan Fodressy, the
new offensive coordinator. And you can see where they've brought in a lot from North Dakota State with the power and the trapping and the pulling. And then now you incorporate that with nice play action. Great job by quarterback and running back on that play.
1st and 10, fake, handoff to Smith here. He's dancing. He worked really well down the field. They had that costly fumble, though, on that long drive.
Fumble, and they come back, and then they get stopped again. And then so, again, and they turn points into a nice job offensively. Gave your quarterback now showing what he can do throwing the football. But let's give credit to where credit is due. This defense here for the Wildcats, they've been stuffed. I mean, they've been mauled this year with the numbers they've given up. But today, they're playing with tenacity.
2nd and 6. Throw down the sideline. That's a really nice throw and catch. Jordan Jansen went up and got it.
How about that
was a
missile? Oh, I'll tell you what, give quarterback that time. We'll arc that time. Whoa, how about this throw? Little play action fake, buys some time, step into his left, and then just puts it on the outside. Receiver coming back. That's like to extend those hands. Go get that pigskin. Don't wait for it.
Tavion McCarthy in coverage. He was there, too. That was just a throw you're not going to be able to do much with.
Yeah, but Jansen 6'2" on the outside. It's a heck of a target.
2 receivers, bottom of the screen, Wenslick and Hartley.
There's the motion.
They're going to roll to that side.
Look at the blitz, the linebacker.
Pressure.
Dark Angel.
Almost went down, but fires one at the feet of Hartley.
Yeah, Dark Angelo that time. Did he come like a shot? these linebackers have been given what we call an express light. You see quarterbacks step either way from the pocket, you go hit him. And man, did he come like a shot on that play.
D'Angelo.
Was he the leading tackle? One of the leading tackles last year?
He is the leading tackler this year. They said he's still learning how to play. His brother played for Nystrom at Ferris State. And then he played in high school for two of Nystrom's former players. And so that connection brings him here to Northern Michigan. And they really like this kid. He's just a sophomore, and he has a bright future. Even last year led the team with 7.5 tackles for loss.
How about McMullen, number 5? I mean, he is 5 yards in the backfield and just tying up blockers, and it's giving a free run for his linebackers to make plays.
They're going to let the third quarter expire. 20-17, Northern Michigan over Michigan Tech. We have a rivalry, Baldy. How about this?
We do. I'll tell you what, the Miners have come out on both sides. They are slinging the sledgehammer right now, cracking rocks. See what happens here in the fourth quarter.
It'll be a fun finish. The flea flicker, the big plays, the fumbles. We've had a little bit of everything. 15 minutes to decide it here in Houghton.
We are Huskies. We have 14 varsity sports and compete in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, the Western Collegiate Hockey Association, and the Central Collegiate Ski Association. We are a top-ranked engineering school, and our student athletes average a 3.3 GPA across all sports. We represent 45 U.S. states and 19 countries across the world. We are Michigan Tech.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
The band for Michigan Tech is looking for some late thriller magic here in Houghton. They want the W. The Huskies trail the Wildcats by 3 as we start the fourth quarter, but Michigan Tech has the football. Big third down here, 3rd and 8. Ark looking to the outside, off the hands of Wenslick, incomplete, and that brings up 4th down.
Pretty good coverage that time, I thought, on the outside. Was that Howard, the strong safety?
Yep.
We have mentioned his name quite a few times here today. That ball sailed a little bit, Will Ark.
Obviously, they're going to want to run the clock here. but at the same time, how much does it help that that screen pass worked like it did? Is that in the back of the mind of the defense right now?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Now you see what number 10 can do, catching the ball out of the backfield. So now linebackers, you can't creep. You've got to always be alert for that.
They're lined up in an offensive set.
Yep.
Will Ark is their punter, so this could just be a field position thing. And Northern Michigan has a return man back there. He's kind of creeping forward now. It's 4th and 8. And whistles, and
didn't look like things were.
Michigan Tech going to have to take a timeout. Here's what I'll tell you, Baldy. If you're not going for it here, that's a costly timeout there.
Yeah, that's.
Let's go down to the field. Dave Ellis.
160 strong down here today, guys. The Michigan Tech Pep. How would you like to have a brass instrument in your mouth when the wind chill's about 25 degrees? But they make a lot of noise during the game. Famous all over. Their hockey band has been renowned all through their league, and these guys really out here having a great time. There is no music program at Michigan Tech. These kids are all volunteers, and they all come out and do it just because they love it. And the only thing that I'm missing over here right now, I have the crazy hat or any of the outfits to join in this bunch. They are crazy, but they can play like nobody else.
Dave left his costume in the car, Baldy.
Well, it kind of reminds me of 1989 in a Grateful Dead concert. You know, I'm just wondering if Jerry Garcia, the ghost of Jerry Garcia, comes down upon us here. I'm just wondering, where did they get the outfits from? The pants. I mean,
I'm all about it.
You got to come to the next game like that and stand up with one of those pair of pants on. What do you think?
I think we'd all love to see it.
Scary for the family to see.
4th and 8. We'll see. They had to take a timeout here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. A costly to me, Brent.
If you're not going for it, this could be costly.
And they're still making the call. So still making it. So they're still not. They're worried with what they're seeing defensively.
They are going to go for it across the middle. It's dropped. It was a bullet into Winslick, and the quarterback Ark took a shot too. He's down.
Yeah, and I think strong safety Howard, Antonio Howard, that time got his left hand in there late on that quick slant and able to knock that ball away. And they felt like they had single coverage on that side. Ball was thrown down low, but again, nice coverage. Just slap it away at the last second.
So
great field position.
Both teams down to 2 timeouts right now.
You take a look at Winslick here. He's just going to work the quick inside move. Watch Howard, number 2, coming across. Let's see. Well, no. Well, yeah, he did. The ball hit receiver in the hands. It looked like he was going to fall with it, but give credit to Howard staying with the play, coming in with the late strip.
Let's see if we get a heavy dose of King here. He'll get the first one and powers ahead for 2 yards.
He carries people.
He does.
He carries people. Let me tell you something. His pad level and those legs go into warp drive. I mean, he is churning the lake right now. Lake Superior's got 10-foot waves going on. Number 10 runs the football, I'll tell you. Nice weapon to have, huh? But the big guys up front, buddy. Big, at both sides of the ball. The game ball right now, as I'll tell you, I think I know who to give you either side of the ball because the Wildcats have come out here tenaciously and played a great game.
Tyshawn King, the true freshman. Handoff again. Just another yard. He's out of Kankakee, Illinois, had a Bishop McNamara, all-state running back in high school, and that ankle's really bothering him right now as he limps off.
Got some big legs, doesn't he? Huh?
Absolutely. An injured player down on the field as well for Michigan Tech.
Yeah, they've just flowed to the ball well that time, crashed to their right side, able to get some penetration in that time, getting into the other side of the line of scrimmage. But now you have 3rd and 6. Now quarterback again, you got to wonder, say, hey, chance to make that throw over the middle. Ryan Johnson last time found running back on the screen.
Remember, get to the game early and be one of the first 100 people to sign
Xavier Ciardo, I believe, is the one that was down. He's a senior from Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's a kid that has 4.5 sacks in the season, all conference honorable mention last year. Third and 6, big play. King on the sideline. Tolan in the backfield. Little delayed handoff, and Tolan dragged down immediately. It's Samuel Kinney back there.
Yeah, he got good job of getting off the block that time and reading that draw play. But again, Ryan Johnson has shown he can make some throws. The thing is I don't give up on it. But, quarterback, now head coach Nystrom playing conservative. I don't know if you can play conservative against this Michigan Tech. I think you got to take your chance and continue the drive. A lot of time left to go here. A lot of things can happen.
They'll try to play the field position game right here.
Yeah.
Wenslick deep to return. Little rugby-style punt. It's going to take a bounce at the 20. And oh, man, how about that roll? Again, down to the 10-yard line, all the way to the 9. That is huge.
And that's why I stopped as an offensive lineman, didn't go become a coach.
1st and 10, 90 yards to go for Michigan Tech. They trail by 3, 13 minutes to play here in Houghton.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
2017, 13:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Northern Michigan leading it. This is a beautiful part of the country on the Upper Peninsula in Houghton, Michigan. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line for Michigan Tech. Will Ark trying to lead the way down the field. Hands to Jared Smith. Nice cut.
Yeah.
To the 16-yard line.
I thought it was stopped. They were just going that little inside handoff. Bring H-back in motion, but give Jared Smith great job on that one. And you always see it. You talk about it. You got to have patience. You got to have vision. You got to know when to explode through that hole. And he does that time, and it should have been no gain, but gets 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5, 12:30 to play in the football game.
Yeah, McNoney and also McMullen, both of those guys in the middle, huh? They played so well. The Wildcats.
Ark play action pass. Nice little route over here on the near side by Hartley. That was a really sharply run route.
Give credit quarterback to Will Ark. I tell you what, he has really improved throwing the football outside the numbers. Again, little run bait comes back to his left. Finds Hartley on the comeback. Take a look at it here. Here's the run fake. Now quarterback rolling to his left. Delivers the ball. Puts some nice velocity on that football. Allows the receiver to make the catch. First down and play.
1st and 10, 26-yard line. Fakes the handoff into the flats, and that one's dropped. Wenslick couldn't get his hands on it. Wasn't really going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, they recovered on that one, too.
Tell you what.
Brady Hanson's just playing in the middle, and I'll tell you, his eyes are following Wenslick wherever he goes. You can't miss number 9. They say, what is he, 6'5"? I think he's more like 6'5",
yeah. It's a tough part of the country to be a receiver.
Yeah, it is.
Get cold.
Yeah, it's cold. I'll tell you what, you can't tape up those hands and put gloves on up here, that's for sure. You feel that pigskin. You got Hansen over on that side, too.
Play action.
Deep.
Looking down the middle of the field, wide open.
Oh.
Caught by Wenslick, tackled at the 25, but he was running right at Brady Hansen, and he couldn't quite get there.
He sold the route vertically. Great job on the stem part of the route, and then makes the break. And I'm not sure that what Brady Hansen was also looking at, too. He was thinking maybe he had help. There's the run fake, but you're exactly right. There's the stem on the route by Wenslick. Then he makes the break, and Hansen, no chance of that. I think his eyes took him somewhere, and that's why he kind of froze. The separation took place in another explosive play for Michigan Tech here in the fourth quarter.
213 yards receiving for Wenslick. 1st and 10, handoff to Smith. He's got a little hole, and he slices and dices his way to the 10. He's just stumbling down to the 8-yard line.
It's spinning.
Oh, the ball came out.
Yeah, another fumble recovery. Jared Smith doing a Studio 54. He's complaining that he was down on the ground on this one. He might have a legitimate complaint here.
It was late. I was ready. I was looking down at the numbers.
Take a look at it here. Just a little inside run. There's Howard in there. And he got it. He got it.
How about the game?
No, that was
Anthony
Ladd. Yeah, Anthony
Ladd.
Ladd,
The game from Anthony Ladd and Antonio Howard.
Howard.
They both played well.
Of them, excuse me on that one. But also, give credit also to linebacker Potter, 43. I think he initially got his hands in there, maybe stirred it up, and 5 fumble recoveries, 2 in the red zone.
Handoff to Tyshawn King, just back to the line of scrimmage. This Northern Michigan defense, as good as Tyshawn King's been on the ground, this Northern Michigan defense has been as big, forcing turnovers.
Yeah, and the last couple games I talked about the yards they gave up. One of the issues they thought was linebacker play and their tackling, but today they've been tackling the ball, and this is twice now, folks, in the second half in the red zone. Fumble by Jared Smith down there. It's so costly. I don't think I've ever seen this in my career. 5 fumble recoveries.
2nd and 10. Another handoff, and whistle sounds.
Number 10's back in there. Tyshawn King, he's going to run. The green flash.
Prior to the snap, false start. Not all 11 were set. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That moves it back to just inside the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what plays in the secondary and also at the linebacker position today for the Wildcats. I'll tell you what, they have stripped. They have done everything they can to knock out that pigskin.
Second and 15. Handoff.
What
Toland.
Yeah.
Really nice run in there.
Shiftiness, huh?
Sebastian Toland, the redshirt freshman from Jackson, Michigan.
Yeah, left guard Gabe Ballman. I'll tell you what, he's one of those guys that's been there for quite a while up front, doing a nice job sustaining his block, and Toland just finding the hole. Take a look at number 60 on this, folks, at the left guard position. Watch the block that he gets and sustain. Bring your feet around. Nice block on number 56 that time inside. Matthias Haynen.
Toland's seen enough fumbles today. He's got 2 hands on the football.
Yep.
Play action. Looking to the sideline. Almost intercepted. Travis Tidwell was all over it.
Mitch Heaton, a linebacker that's done well. But my question is, was there interference before this? Let's go ahead, and I'm not sure right before he makes the break on that play, on that one, Travis Tidwell didn't grab tight end's jersey on that a little bit. I thought there might be a flag coming out, but you know what? It's been a long afternoon.
Kuczynski on to punt.
Got the field position.
Wenslick dives on it at the 45. They do have what they want. Can they finish a drive here? 9:22 to play. It's a 3-point game.
What will the future bring? Up here, we ask a different question. What does tomorrow need? At Michigan Technological University, we design, invent, code, and create. Where humanity intersects technology. Where passion aligns with purpose. You'll find us with our sleeves rolled up and grit under our fingernails. We know the future will need answers, and the future starts now. Tomorrow needs you.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
For the second straight year, the Lone Star Conference will host the 2019 NCAA Division II Championship December 21st at McKinney Independent School District Stadium in McKinney, Texas. Tickets available at ncaa.com. Ark looking downfield over the defensive back and caught along the sideline. Hartley, we've seen some big-time throws from Will Ark.
Yeah, was that right over McCarthy on the outside? Take a look at it. There's the run fake, and here's Hartley. He sold it deep. Nice job on his part just stopping, and that's where a quarterback, you want to know what offseason work does for you? That play right there, both on the same page, seeing corner thinking that it's going to go deep, receiver stops, quarterback hits him on the outside.
1st and 10, can they finish a drive?
In the red zone, I think they're going to throw it. I don't think they're going to run it.
They will, a little fake there.
Wow.
And almost tackled in the backfield. Smith really powering through. He put 2 hands on it that time, but John McMullen almost had him in the backfield.
Yeah, he should have had him in backfield, but how about the finishing tackle by Brady Hansen? I thought that helmet coming close to leading on that play. He tried to knock that football out again. But you're right, I think that time Jared Smith had 5 arms around the football. He wrapped it up like an octopus.
Dave talked about it at the beginning of our broadcast. This is a rivalry that over the last decade has been all Michigan Tech. 9 straight wins for them. Hand off to the fullback. Look at the big man. A fullback run, is that? I don't know that I've ever seen.
We've had some fullback runs. We've had some great fullback blocking. Hey, this has been a throwback up here. As you can see with this weather, you better be able to tote the rock. Fingertips get a little cold.
Jordan Ferguson, that's a big man coming downhill, 6'1", 250 coming right at you.
And in this defense here all afternoon here today for the Wildcats, it's been a 4-2-5. Give credit, guys up front done a good job, but now down in the red zone, Michigan Tech, the Huskies have got to find a way to get this across the goal line. Hold on to the pigskin.
1st and goal for Ark. Smith behind him in the pistol. Fakes it, looking to the corner of the end zone. Oh, caught. Oh. I thought they might throw a flag. They won't. Touchdown, Hartley. McCarthy was over there, but Hartley gets some separation late, and it's a touchdown.
And I wasn't even going to say anything. They saw single coverage on the outside. You see the height advantage on this play. But let's take a look at it again. Quarterback, nice time in the pocket, delivers this. But I thought right before that, the arms were extended. But no flag, great pitch and catch, touchdown on the play to Hartley on the outside.
Will Ark with some big time throws late in this game. Chance to make this at least a touchdown game.
Yeah, that's 6'1" against 5'8", right?
Gornick up and good. 24-20, 7:24 to go.
Yeah, let's take a look at it again. Let's watch Hartley, number 5 here, just as we going into the break. Take a look at, there's the fake. Quarterback gets time. Let's see if there's hands extend a little. Well, touchdown on the play. We'll give him 6.
What will the future bring? Up here, we ask a different question. What does tomorrow need? At Michigan Technological University, we design, invent, code, and create. Where humanity intersects technology, where passion aligns with purpose, you'll find us with our sleeves rolled up and grit under our fingernails. We know the future will need answers, and the future starts now. Tomorrow needs you.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
This crowd hoping for a Huskies win. They've got the lead, 24-20 over Northern Michigan. I got a feeling we have not seen the last of the excitement in this one, Baldy. 7:24 to play as Northern Michigan will get the football.
What an afternoon for Will Ark. Now 20 of 29 for 338 yards. Just exploded here in the second half. Great adjustments.
Short kick to the far side of the field. Fielded at the 11. Great block back there by Cox, and some space now down the sideline to the 30, just weaving in and out of traffic all the way to the 34. That's Ben Lutzis on the return.
Yeah, just showing him some open field elusiveness that time, and a great starting field position. But tell me, how are you losing a football game when you have 5 fumble recoveries on the road? And you're down by 4 points right now. It's just simply amazing to me here in this game. This shows what college football's all about.
1st and 10, 35-yard line. And remember, just 2 timeouts for each team. Yep. They both used one early in this half. Toss to King. Cuts it upfield. He actually kind of got knocked by his own man. He took a big hit after 3-yard gain.
I'll tell you, Lutzis on the outside, number 4. He not the biggest man, but he blocks. He blocks, and that's why they got any yards on that. He does a nice job sustaining his block, and he doesn't block. There's no gain, but instead running back Tyshawn King gets 4 yards.
2 receivers to the far side. Haven't seen much out of Lutzis in this one. He's been their top receiver this season.
Here comes linebackers quickly.
Play action. Pressure, he goes down. Nate LaJoy again.
Yeah, beat Ryan, beat right guard that time. Derek Crane, number 74. Let's take a look at it. LaJoy, number 92, 5.5 sacks. Take a look at it. He's working against right guard, number 74. Great job on the underarm rip. But the thing is what had happened, right guard thought the tackle was working with them. So he wasn't wrong. He was looking at linebacker. No communication, buddy. Sack on the play. Come on.
3rd and 16.
Cover 2 deep.
Ryan Johnson, they're spreading it out. Tolan to his left.
Rush 3, drop 8.
Rolling out, looking downfield. He's got a man down the sideline, tosses it up. Oh, that might be pass interference. It is. That is pass interference on the play, and we have another penalty here on the near side, and that's going to be Michael Betts, who took the receiver down out of bounds. I think Betts thought that the catch was made by Ryan Knight because he drove him out of bounds and onto the ground. I think you got pass interference, and I think you have unsportsmanlike.
I think you're exactly right, but I thought Lutzis was wide open in the middle of the field. Quarterback missed him work side, and here's the calls. That ball was not tipped.
Refs are going to talk about this. I agree with you. We saw some signs from this near sideline that it was tipped. I don't think it was.
No, it was. The quarterback rolled out on this one to buy some time.
The referees are talking, and I'll tell you what, I think it was confusion by Betts to take the receiver down, but it really doesn't matter, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, well, the interference took place before that anyways. So the ball's going to be marked right here. At what, the 45-yard line where the interference took place?
There is no foul for pass interference. After the play, personal foul. Yep. Defense, number 25.
And it was actually 26, Michael Betts, but Michigan Tech thought they got away with one there. I think it was pass interference, but watch after the play. It was intercepted. It was kicked up to Glacier Wallington. That's pretty unbelievable. But watch right there on the sideline.
But I thought Travis Tidwell initially
so there's no pass interference. So the play stands and it's an interception. That's
that takes place. But I thought Travis Tidwell before that interfered with that on the receiver on that play on Ryan Knight. Take a look at it here again. Let's take a look at it.
Boom.
How?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how they picked it up.
I'm not sure either, but
they're still talking about something, so we'll see what this ends up ruling. Northern Michigan's defense is on the field. There's also a few offensive players back toward the original line of scrimmage.
Ruling on the field was an interception by Michigan Tech. After the play, personal foul, defense number 25. 15-yard penalty from the interception spot. First down, Michigan Tech.
So that's kind of what we ironed out there at the end. I think we both agree that it probably was pass interference. Either way, Michigan Tech has the football.
Yeah.
They're going to take 15 from where the interception happened. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for Michigan Tech with 5:55 to play.
My only, as Coach Nystrom's getting the explanation, my only thing to the officials on this, and I know this is a tough job and I don't want to blame them, but when you miss a call like that, that's a reception on the play. That's probably a reception, but instead it goes to the interception. So better communication, got to be better communication. I don't see how a defensive back runs into a receiver, it keeps him from catching the ball, and then somehow it's an interception. They'll need to explain that to me.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now it falls to this Northern Michigan defense who needs a big stop.
And need a turnover now.
They're going to be looking to rip that ball out again. Jared Smith, I'm certain, will have 2 hands on this thing.
I believe they go after McCarthy on the outside, lined up in tight coverage, press coverage number 29. Pistol formation.
McMullen's breathing fire on the interior of that defensive line. They double team him, and Ark falls forward for about 1.5 yards.
No, Jared Smith went the wrong way. Quarterback just had to keep it and save his life. He went to the left. Quarterback thought he was opening up. He was going to come to his right, and he didn't. So take a look at it again right here at the end. Watch quarterback. He's opening up to his right, and Jared Smith goes to the left. Great job by quarterback having a presence of mind. Take off with it. Get something when it could have been a costly play.
That's not a good feeling when you're standing there thinking this ball shouldn't be in my hands.
No.
They snapped it with 13 on the play clock, and they're going down. McMullen got a hand on him somehow.
Wow.
Jared Smith stays on his feet, but McMullen,
and I think he's hurt. Number 5, I think he got his knee caught, and he's pounding the ground. I think he knows. Oh, no, I hope this isn't. Oh, he has been a player today, and the young man is definitely hurting.
John McMullen, sophomore, didn't play last year. In 17, He was one of their best defensive players. Honorable mention, 41 tackles, 4.5 sacks, almost 12 tackles for loss.
What quickness, what use of hands. Take a look at him. He's lined up, just gets behind in front of the center's block, beats that block back. And again, it's just the center, Jeff Ford, who's trying to do whatever he can. Because on the block back, he missed him completely. Great read by McMullen, knowing the right guard's going to pull. So I'm going to beat that center blocking back, got penetration, and I think that leg got rolled up on.
Yeah, that right leg got rolled up on. And that's why he actually looked like that's why he let go of Jared Smith. He was trying to get down so he wouldn't get twisted up too bad.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he cat-like quickness for number 5, and I'm hoping the young man is this.
He's definitely in some pain. They're working on him right now. He'll have to be helped off the field by the training staff. Not what you want to see.
Yeah.
Just made a really big play, too, to force a 3rd and 10.
Dynamic force in the middle. I tell you what, he has created shock therapy up front for this defense. And Michigan Tech has had no answer for him at all.
Here it is, big play here for Northern Michigan for both sides, but Northern Michigan needs the football back. 3rd and 10.
Jacob Wenslick, 9 catches so far in the day, 213 yards. Let's see if they look for him.
And he's got Brady Hansen right over him.
Yep.
Ark looking that way.
Got it.
Pressure. Throws it underneath, and it was a really nice play design. Almost a first down. Dragged down a yard short. Jared Smith. I mean, we talked a lot about King, but this kid really drives his legs.
And give credit to quarterback, too, on this one. Will Ark, he tried a little pump fake to go deep. He couldn't, so then he just tries whatever he do. He finds Jared Smith underneath. I think this was designed as a little screen, but Potter reads it. But you know what? Jared Smith wouldn't be denied.
Yeah.
4th and short.
All right, they just put Jordan Ferguson in the backfield with Ark. See if the big man gets the ball here. They've stacked the line of scrimmage. 4th and 1. Ark, hard count. Nothing there. He backs up a little bit. This could be a punt. No one's back there, but we'll see. And he will. That is a great play. If this thing will stop at least. It won't. Northern Michigan catches a break right there as it goes all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Great game today. 3:46 to play, 24-10. Michigan Tech leads it. And you talked earlier, we get to see a lot of different places. Get a little look here. Division II, 310 members, 23 conferences, 44 states. Canada and Puerto Rico also in there. We'll award 25 championships at the end of the season. You see that ratio of championships per student athletes. Some great partnerships throughout the seasons as well. We get to see places like Houghton, Michigan that we'd never see otherwise.
And exciting football.
1st and 10. King in the backfield. They're going to throw it on the first play. Looking downfield. Nice route there on the outside of the 30-yard line, and they've got a 1st down.
And they set this up perfectly. Watch on the next play coming out of the backfield. If they don't find on a little angle route, number 10, because those linebackers are running out of there so quick. Number 10, he catches this ball at the line of scrimmage. He's gone. He's gone. Tyshawn will be motoring. He would be doing the full-wheel drive, the green flash.
We've already seen a 75-yard reception for a touchdown for King. 2 receivers to the far side for Ryan Johnson, 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to King, who breaks a tackle up the middle of the 40 and knocked down at the 45-yard line. 15 for King as he goes over the century mark.
Watch the right guard, Kruppa, number 70. Watch the center, Jay Young. on him. Watch the right guard, number 7. Watch him take off. Watch the block that he gets. Nice double team. Again, Seals on the inside. And how about Jay Young? Finished with the flat back. Keep your feet going, buddy. And guess what? Number 10's going to find the lane, and he did. Great job up front.
They're already to the 45. We're under 3 minutes to play. This could be the deciding drive of the game. Another handoff to King, looking for space, nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage. They're saying the ball came out. The referee says no, it was down first.
Xavier Ciardo, number 95, off the backside. He came like a flash, closed quickly off the backside. This is where sometimes you got to have a little bit of the run fake and the boot action. The way these guys close so quickly up front, incorporate, give your quarterback a chance, work some different things, work against the speed of that defense.
A little bit of urgency here, don't you?
I would think so. I might have to play call and get in the line of scrimmage here.
You've only got 2 timeouts. If you don't score here, you're not going to be able to get the ball back.
Exactly. You got to be able to stop the clock.
Northern Michigan pretty much all in on this drive right now. Fakes the handoff, looking down the sideline again. Has a man way downfield. The throw behind the intended target, Lutzis. They've had Ryan Knight a couple times. They just kind of break free.
Yeah, but Lutzis is open, but quarterback's got to see this sooner. He's rolling so deep on this, he's got to begin to move back towards the line of scrimmage. Lutzis just runs out of space. He's either got to stop and give his quarterback a target, but quarterback also, too, has got to figure, hey, I got to get this ball out of my hands.
You've talked about the wheel route. That's something I think that might work.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You got to find number 10. The way these linebackers are running to the outside, and if you only rush 3.
Timeout, Michigan Tech. I think if you're Northern Michigan, you like this right now. Get to set up your 3rd and 10 play.
Exactly. But I think you've got the way the linebackers in the very first play have run outside to take away the underneath route on that design roll. Quarterback stop and throw back to number 10, Tyson. He is wide open in the middle of this field. You get him the ball, he is gone.
2:01, 24-10. This is the game we've been looking for.
Wow, we did. What a barn burner today. Great job. Both teams competed so hard. It's been a fight since the get-go, and the momentum has swung so much from quarter to quarter, has it not?
Absolutely. Big thank you to our crew who's braved this Michigan weather, although I think a lot of them are Michigan natives, so they're a lot tougher than the 2 of us are. Dave Ellis down on the field, Jeff Graham producing things in the truck. Great setup today in Houghton, Michigan, and a great rivalry matchup for the Miners Cup. 2:01 to play. 3rd and 10.
Rushing 3 and dropping 8 again here in the coverage. Nope.
Pressure up the middle.
Dog twist, they pick it up.
Throw is low and it's incomplete. Ben Lutzis was wide open.
Quarterback got to make that throw. Quarterback has to make the throw. Dog twist in the middle. That's where both linebackers cross and blitz. Don't rush 3 defensive linemen also too, so you bring in 5. Quarterback's got to make that throw on the outside. Couldn't get it done. It's your play right here. It's your game. 4th and 10 against the defense. I'll tell you what, that knows how to bring pressure. Got a D-line that knows how to get after the quarterback.
Toland in the backfield with Ryan Johnson. Has to come up with something big here. Has protection down the sideline, throws it up, incomplete, almost intercepted. Great coverage, Travis Tidwell. That's a tough one to go at right there. The senior has had a lot of success in his 4 years here, and they attacked him, and he answers the call.
Yeah, Rayvon Johnson there on the outside. He's tried to throw the fade pattern, and you're exactly right. Great coverage by Travis Tidwell that time. Working against Rayvon, there's a height advantage. Good job with the inside hand, and how about him getting his head around just for the last second. Perfect job in tracking the football. But my question is, number 10, Tyshawn King, has been such a force. How does he not even see the football on that last drive? How does he had 1 carry. How do you not get him involved? Question mark for me.
Travis Tidwell, the GLIAC Defensive Freshman of the Year. Back in 2016, he had 4 interceptions 2 times. GLIAC honorable mention, and he comes up big, potentially the game winner. 1:49 to go. Handoff to Smith. They got to hang on to the football now. They tried to rip it out of there, but he gets about 3.5 yards.
Any type of middle screen or something to my running back. But yeah, he's exactly right. You got Tidwell credit on the outside corner. Nice job, too, of getting his head around, finding the football. Was what, freshman of the year? 2 years ago.
Freshman of the year.
Yeah, had what, 12 pass deflections?
Yep, 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
Almost had one earlier in this game. He's been big in this one. They went at him a couple times, and for the most part, he's answered the call. 1:42 to play. Northern Michigan has 1 timeout remaining.
And Mother Nature has turned on the white flakes, has she not? I love it.
It's October, Baldy.
Oh, yeah, that's
my
okay.
goodness. Hey, they said if we were here in a few weeks, they'd be plowing the field before the game.
They might be after the game here. Michigan Tech makes some big plays. How about Hartley on the touchdown there earlier in the quarter? How about here? They had the interception, and then now the big stop. So give credit to Michigan Tech in the fourth quarter, where the last 2 weeks they've given up 14 points and lost, 14 or more and lost. Today, though, they were a difference maker.
2nd and 8. Handoff to the fullback this time, and he powers forward. Gives them an opportunity here on 3rd down. They take another timeout, 1:37. No more timeouts for Northern Michigan. They have to get a stop right here. Now my question to you is, do they run it 2 times here? Do they go for it on, if it's 4th and 2, do you see them put it on the ground and try and end it, or do they punt it away?
I think they punt it away. You go into the corner here on this one. And I think right now the success you've had in terms of coverage against Johnson and everything, you've been able to single cover on the outside. I don't think you take a chance. I really don't. You've had the listen, giving up 5 fumbles. I don't think you take a chance, do you?
It's 3rd and 4 right now.
This is money down right now.
Michigan Tech looking for their 10th straight Miners Cup victory. Now a few years before that, Northern Michigan from 1956 to 2000 went on a 17-game win streak in this rivalry.
And on that last play, McMullen, number 5, actually came out and played. He actually played on that one, so that's good. Young man wasn't really effective, but moving around.
3rd and 4. Handoff up the middle.
Got it.
Right at the line. We'll see where they mark it. The referees, both of them, I think, have them short. Yeah, he's going to be short by just a few inches. 4th down. That clock is ticking. Under 1:20 to play.
Take a look at it here, just going off the right side. And again, missed tackle that time by Howard, who played up the field. You've got to close that. You got to squeeze a little bit. He didn't. Give Jared Smith credit that time, finding a little bit of crease going behind his right tackle, Jeremy Bell.
I think that's a good spot, too, from the referees. Just a few inches. We'll see here, Baldy.
This is your play right here. Here's your game.
They quarterback snuck it earlier in this game. There it is. And the fullback just shoved him forward for about 1.5 yards.
Got a nice little push. Got a wedge block up there in the middle. When you need to finish, the big guys got it done. Struggle in the first half, but here in the second half, Michigan Tech, wow, they have altered the momentum of this game and have carried it through the fourth quarter.
Tell you what, I'll give Jordan Ferguson all the credit on that one. He went up there right behind Will Ark and gave him a rock about 1.5 yards. Will Ark probably thought a bus hit him from behind.
6'1", 252 pounds. I think you're going to get the first down when he hits you from behind.
Victory formation, final snap of the game for Michigan Tech. 10 straight in the rivalry, 24-20. Michigan Tech winners. What a game.
What a game. End-to-end action started off. You thought Michigan Tech from the get-go was going to control it, but give credit to the Wildcats. They found a way, did so many good things, but in the second half, still though, how you recover 5 fumbles on the road and don't win a football game to me is stunning, but that just shows you what Michigan Tech's all about. Find a way, explosive plays, Hartley for the touchdown, the interception created the turnover when needed it, and that changed the game.
Northern Michigan, Tyshawn King, he was big for them, 114 on the ground, 75 on a receiving touchdown, but our player of the game, Will Ark. Division II gives student athletes the unique opportunity to compete in the classroom, on the field, in their community, for their causes, and most importantly, on their terms. This is NCAA Division II football. make it yours. Will Ark, 19 of 28, 347 yards through the air, and 3 touchdowns. He made some big-time throws.
Oh, he did today, and again got time in the pocket when he had to go down the field. He get it. Wenslick, number 2, was simply special today. Didn't matter. How about on the flea flicker and then coming back again to Wenslick, who beats single coverage. Number 2 was simply dynamic, over 200 yards receiving. And then here's Hartley in the fourth quarter. Again, on the little fade, the backside shoulder, got it done. Him and quarterback on the same page. They talked about Will Ark, his improvement this year in the offseason. You saw it today. Made all the throws. Inside the numbers, deep over the top, showed the leadership.
What a great day, and you can see what this one means to this Michigan Tech team, and both of these teams for that matter, but Michigan Tech coming out on top. The celebration begins for them as they improve to 3-2 on the season, 1-2 in the GLIAC. There is the Miners Cup with the athletic director who was so gracious to talk to us earlier today, Suzanne San-Regret.
And if you want to have success in any level, it starts at that quarterback position. You got to have somebody pull the strings. And today, Will Ark showed why he is their starting quarterback. Such improvement in terms of knowing where to go with the football, made all the throws. And that's what I was really impressed about. I've seen some of the film, but today, deep over the middle, outside the numbers, made them all. That's what they got to have if they want to have a chance to win here in the GLIAC.
Dr. Suzanne San-Regret out there with the Miners Cup trophy, ready to hand it off to her own side. I'm sure she's loving this. She says, hey, come on, come get it.
And they were the Miners today. I'll tell you what, they struggled a little bit early after that initial first quarter. And it was a long afternoon, but I tell you what, that just shows a team that understands about playing fourth quarter. And that's a heck of a celebration on the field right now, huh?
The Miners Cup stays in Houghton.
And they hold on to that Miners Cup, didn't they? They're holding on to that Miners Cup.
That thing's not hitting the ground.
No, not at all.
10 straight for Michigan Tech.
Find a way, and again, Jared Smith finally got to start some things involved, but they had some turnovers in the fourth quarter, but yet to overcome that, to have a presence on the field, and defensively when they had to have some pressure stops at the end, got some sacks. Guess what? Came away with victory. Doesn't matter where you start, but where you're at in the middle, it's where you're at the end.
I don't know about you, partner, but I say we make this an annual trip. I'll come to Houghton anytime.
I tell you what, this is always good football up here in the UP. I thank all the people so much. It's a beautiful area. Colors are changing right now. But for the Wildcats, didn't quite have enough.
That'll do it from Houghton. Michigan Tech wins the Miners Cup over Northern Michigan. What a game, back and forth. We had a little bit of everything for you. 24-20 the final for my partner Richard Baldinger, our producer Jeff Graham, and our man on the field Dave Ellis, and an entire crew who braved the cold. I'm Chucky Kemp saying so long, everyone, from Houghton, Michigan. Michigan Tech comes out on top in the Miners Cup.